Cue the music.
I'm just island boy. I'm just island boy. I'ma get cute white boy. You gonna get that done. I'm just island boy. I'm just island boy. I'ma get cute white boy. You gonna get that done. I'm just island boy. I'm just island boy. I'ma get cute white boy. You gonna get that done. I'm just island boy. I'm just island boy. I'ma get cute white boy. You gonna get that done. I'm just island boy. I'm just island boy. I'ma get cute white boy.
We'll find myself wearing the blue hair.
Get that done. I'm just island boy. I'm just island boy. I'ma get cute white boy.
All right, George, let's get on camera. Face between my head.
Heyo.
We good?
Yeah, I mean, I'm an expert,
All right,
so
let's do it. Get this podcast over with so we can go home, fam. Yo, Stick This Podcast, episode 269. George, Greg, special guest in studio, the homie Warren, in the building. You might know him on social media. What is it? At 602?
602 Warren. Finally. Episode 269.
He said, I saw him at SneakerCon. He's like, oh, I'm going to get on a pod. Like, everybody's not welcome to the podcast. I'm going to say this one time. I'm going to say this one time on what's up.
That after I had it set up.
Well, the stick was in the way. I just moved it forward a little bit.
Of that camera?
Yeah, the stick was in the way. Is it okay now?
Yeah, but I don't know why you moved it since I'm the expert.
Okay. He said, I didn't tell him to come to the pod, or he asked before and I didn't acknowledge it or something. I don't know. But if you're in the state of Arizona, you can come to the podcast. As long as you talk and don't just stare at us. That's it. That's the only requirement. You can't have a ton of opinions to me in my DMs and messages and stuff and then come here and stare, all right?
Definitely not going to happen.
Not going to happen. This is November 2nd. Obviously, appreciate everybody who sends top 10 suggestions, sends topic suggestions. I know a lot of people are asking about a lot of stuff for us to talk about today. We're doing top 10 brown sneakers to us.
In honor of the Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
In honor of the brownies.
Due to it being fall. Let me tell you something, guys. All right, I'm running out of top 10 ideas. All right, we're reaching for colors. All right, so pretty soon we might have done green before. I don't even know. All right, so we might be reaching into the fall bag. We might do orange next. We might do light orange. I don't know, yellow.
It's not a bad top 10. I like it.
I think so
it's
either.
a good top 10.
Okay, and looking at the list, my list is fire. Like I said, George last week, the last time George was on here, Blanc. Was it Blanc? Mm-hmm. Y'all list blew mine out of the water for top 10 all black sneakers for Halloween. Or majority black sneakers. But this week, my list is ironclad fire. Okay. Ironclad. It's not even a question, all right?
Okay.
I studied too, and I was like, I make sure I like these. So I didn't just pick the best, or what listeners would say are the best browns.
T-minus an hour and 45 minutes.
I'm telling you.
T-minus.
There are some sneakers I guarantee you guys don't have on your list. And you definitely should. I don't know Warren if he should or not.
I mean, I know you didn't put that Jordan 1 on there.
I've
What
got some
Jordan
stuff
1?
on the list that probably neither one of you have. I'm just saying. Come on.
I don't know. You may put some... well, maybe. Maybe. I feel like I got a lot that I don't think either one of you have. But push come to shove,
Yeah,
my
but
own
you
the
do
same
that on
thing.
purpose.
No.
You did last time on the blacklist.
No.
You try to put stuff like, just to put stuff
No,
there.
what happened with the blacklist is I did everything that I genuinely like, but it didn't compete to like... I did me versus black sneakers overall. That was the problem. I mean, come on, Space Jams. I didn't do Black Cat 3s. Come on, Black Cat 4s. Come on. Like, so that was just my bad on my part. Everybody, Halloween's all right. Everybody's Halloween good? Decent? Y'all dress up?
Didn't see a single trick-or-treater. Not a one.
Like, they didn't come or...
No, they didn't come.
Dude, we had 4. Now, my wife went to a different neighborhood because my wife and we all got invited to somewhere else when my son was sick, so we stayed home. She said it was kids all over these other areas where they were. I had 4 trick-or-treaters, and the first kid didn't come till about 8 o'clock at night. So at that point, it was like, oh, you just take half the bucket, and you take half the bucket. With 2 kids, they got half the bucket. Like, I didn't even care. The rest came, was like, here. And that was it. Never saw them again.
I think a lot of these parents are just bussing the kids around. Just listen, let's just drive out to this neighborhood and hang out. Like, we're not going to do anything local.
I mean, I wish I mean, I live in a really good. I was like, now unless something has changed, I was one of the neighborhoods where you drove your car too. Not anymore. I was sad. I left.
Yeah, but people set up like block parties and stuff. If you don't live on a street where there's like block parties, then you're not in a good Halloween area.
Hold on.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Fam, there was a block party literally down the street. Everybody invited to block party. I drove by it because Cortez needed some medicine for his fever. I drove by it. Crickets. I felt bad. It was chairs everywhere, tables, crickets. They had the Addams Family music playing.
You talking about just the people who lived there were there?
I didn't even see them outside. I think they gave up. It was deserted.
They went back inside.
And it was
Maybe
already started.
they had a party and then all walked the neighborhood together.
Maybe, I hope so, man. But I was depressed, man. I was like, man, that's whack. Halloween. I will tell you one thing too. I think it's time to retire some costumes. Jason, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers. I think they're legends now. You got to put them costumes in the Hall of Fame. You got to put them in the Hall of Fame.
As in, like, don't wear them no more?
I think it's time to put them in the Hall of Fame.
Well, listen, I'm not a proponent of dressing up as an adult. I don't think I've dressed up like where I've wanted to since I was a kid.
Yeah,
and by kid, I mean like middle school or freshman year of high school, something like that. Okay. I'm not a proponent of adults dressing up for Halloween. I think it's goofy. Listen, you guys do whatever you want to do. Some people like Christmas better or Thanksgiving better or whatever. Halloween is not my thing, and I don't mean like I think it's awesome for kids because you get to dress up and whoever your favorite power or superhero is, or whatever your favorite cartoon is, or whatever you loved on TV right now.
You get wild on candy all night. It's the best day ever.
I did eat a ton of candy though.
You potentially can go meet your neighbors. Like, I'm talking about the other kids in the neighborhood because I don't care about my adult neighbors. Right. But like, if you got kids, they can meet new friends and whatnot. So Halloween is cool for children, but for adults, people just use it as another excuse to drink. Like, you don't need another party, another reason to drink. Just drink, fam. I mean, it's
true.
just like
100% true.
You don't need another excuse to do it. Just
I'm with dressing up as an adult if it's for your you got a family costume,
right?
Dad's Woody and mom is
right.
whatever.
I think that's for the kids though. To me, because I saw a lot of pictures like that. Like if you dressing up as a family and it's for the children, like the children want to do it, okay. Yeah. But to do a party,
I will say, like I haven't dressed up. I think the last time I dressed up, no joke, 5th. Maybe I never ever dressed up. Like I would go trick or treat and I would say I was Wesley Snipes or Larry Johnson. That's all I would say. So no joke. Yes. I would say that.
Random black.
I would just say Wesley Snipes or Larry Johnson. No joke. And I will say that with my kids being younger, seeing the families online, like, oh, shoot. I mean, we've seen it before, but I just never really dawned like, oh, shoot, I got kids too. Like, maybe we should all dress up like the Incredibles or something. Yeah. But I did tell my son, because he missed Halloween this year because he was sick, and he was like, can we all do it as a family? So I said we would. He said, can we all be vampires? I said, that's fine. Like, even though he's terrified of everything on Earth, but we'll try out vampires, out next year. So I'm looking forward to that. Lord willing, we all get to that point of the year. How was SneakerCon for you?
SneakerCon was amazing.
Thank you very much.
SneakerCon was incredible.
Okay.
If you have not been to a SneakerCon, you absolutely need to go. Find
good.
One near you. Check it
local
out.
listings.
Here's my shameless plug for SneakerCon. Absolutely. I mean, it's no joke. They really are. It really is the greatest sneaker show.
No, it really is.
It is.
Me and Skate, we did the episode. We talked about it a little bit. We were way too hungover to talk about it, but like. I thought it was just really done well for Phoenix. Obviously, I've always said my goal is to make sure that I contribute my part to make sure they come back. That was it. I think that was enough for them to come back, definitely. That first year they came, did you go to the first one?
I was a vendor the first time.
Oh, okay. It was weird. It was awkward. It was like weird, a lot of space, not a lot of vendors or whatnot. But I thought it was really good. And you were selling at this one, right?
I was a vendor at this one as well, yeah.
Decent sales? Good sales?
Really good sales.
I haven't heard one person say they had any bad issues like selling anything.
Then you haven't talked to my brother.
Oh, really? Oh,
he didn't sell a thing.
Really?
I have no idea.
Did he have good stuff?
He had good stuff.
Oh, okay.
Reasonably priced stuff. And you go to sneaker shows and you pick up shoes and you're like, all right, well, $320, for a bread force.
Right.
Like, maybe that's a little high. All right. I'll do $300. I'll do $280. You start playing this $20 game, nothing.
He didn't get any of that either?
Nothing.
Oh, really?
I have no idea why.
I saw a lot of the finagling a little bit. You know, I think a little bit more than I thought. But I would say, like, I appreciated the variation of different things to buy. Like, you see cats on Instagram and stuff doing the custom rugs and all that.
Yeah.
I was genuinely surprised to see that there. It just didn't dawn on me to, like, oh, shoot, like, it might be rugs there. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that was dope. Now, you know, I wasn't buying one. I don't have anything for me in my office at work. But, you know, if I put that in my office at work, then they get people coming to the office. Yo, why you got a sneaker, fam? Sneakers. But there was some dope things there. And I think the atmosphere was perfect. I really enjoyed myself. I'm not going to lie to you. It was really, really good. So, you know, shout out to SneakerCon for having that event, whatever. Pickups. Warren. I know you got everything on Earth already. We always let the guests go first. Anything you grabbed recently?
Those. I mean, you brought them in, but I picked up those. I was lucky enough to get the W on sneakers with those.
Okay.
And then I didn't realize, so long story short, I didn't realize the blue pair was also hitting sneakers. So when I missed out on Patta's drop at 4 a.m. on a Friday or whatever the heck it was the other day, I immediately...
Wait a minute, the blues already dropped on Patta?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a couple days ago, but it was literally 4 a.m. here in Phoenix.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I'm up, setting an alarm.
You do that still?
Absolutely.
You still set alarms? I can't do it.
Still set alarms. Missed out on them, so he was just immediately resale. I was like, all right, well, I need them, so.
You bought them ahead of time?
Pulled the trigger. And then I get on sneakers, and it's like, oh, these are coming to sneakers in like 2 days.
Bad resale?
No.
Okay.
I think the blue ones are cheaper than the orange ones, I'm pretty sure.
They're about the same, but it's like a $20.
Wait. Even when you bought them? Okay. I thought I saw them, I thought they were pretty high.
Now, my resale threshold may be different than other people's resale threshold, right?
Well,
for me, there is a number, and anything under that is just no. It's just okay, no question.
My number for Pattas was $350. So I was like, you know what? Okay. I'm fine with $350 on these because actually I can tell you why. I don't know why $350. I would never do that for a lot of things, but $350 I was like, cool. I ended up buying them for $246, and then for whatever reason the guy they said they were fake. Whatever the guy sent them, that's what they said. Whatever. Refunded the money. I rebought them and I got them for like $65 cheaper. Like they went down that quick. So
that's great.
Blues. I think George likes the blues better too, right?
I wouldn't say better, but I missed the first one, so I might as well.
I think I will buy the blues.
Worn with more things.
I think I'm gonna buy the blues resale too. I mean, for the price I got for these, like $281, like I don't know, $274. Like it was something so low that it's like, okay, I either buy that or I buy something else that's gonna cost about the same as retail. What else you got? That's it.
Those are the two.
Most recent ones?
Two most recent.
Do you got the blue ones yet?
No, they're still coming. They've been authenticated already, but they.
Oh, okay. You use StockX or Go? Go, okay. I haven't used Goat in a while. I've been on there looking, but I haven't found nothing lately. George, you cop anything?
Absolutely not a thing.
Nothing?
Not a single thing. Nothing's been on sneakers recently. I mean, there's been like, random shoes, whatever. Nothing. I lost on that. That was the last thing I tried for. And then the last thing I tried for on sneakers before that was probably like 2 weeks, three weeks, a month.
I mean,
it's been really dry on sneakers. Like Pine Green was something that a lot of people were really into. But
I didn't even
like,
try for that.
Pass.
I didn't even try on them. I really considered trying on them, but there's been like threes that I passed on. Well, not passed on. I didn't either get that I would want before those. Plus, I saw those at SneakerCon, and I don't think I realized it wasn't leather. I thought it was leather, not a nubuck swig. Yeah, I didn't know that. So I don't think they're bad. It's just, I don't know. There's something about them. Like I feel like a lot of these ones that are coming out with green that we all thought like back when like Ray Allen P's and all that stuff, we were like, oh, back then kind of. Now that it's coming out, it's like, man, I feel like this is about 16 years too late. But I mean, it's not bad. Now, don't get me wrong. I catch that joint for about, 110 or something.
Yeah, the outlets?
Yeah, I might grab it. That's why I grabbed chlorophyll threes, because I thought those were fire. And I saw them at the outlets, I was like, oh yeah, I'm grabbing these. Like, that's a no-brainer. But I did bring Pattas, one because I thought, so I ended up doing, it was $299. But I paid $360 something last time, or $80 something, I don't remember. $40 something, I don't remember. But I didn't know if George had saw him yet, so I wanted to bring him. I knew you had seen him. I mean, you got everything, like we said. Warren got everything. This is Warren's first time on the podcast. Warren literally has everything. I tell you, I saw Warren when Legend opened that one, the opening of Legend. I think he was with a wife, right? That's your wife, right?
No.
Oh.
It was my girlfriend at the time.
Oh, girlfriend. Oh, okay. So, sorry about that. I don't know. Okay. But he was wearing the Air Max 1s that got the maze all over it. And
Tokyo Maze, yeah.
Tokyo Maze, and those ones that was part of like Vote for Air Max Day, right?
Right.
I remember when we saw those, I was like, "Oh, them suck." Pictures and everything suck. Saw him on your feet there. We was like, "Oh, them is a little different." It was way, 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 way better in person. But these are the PATTA Air Max 1s. There you go, George. Now, I was going to bring. I didn't look at this bracelet thing yet, so I haven't seen
The bracelet's dope. I love.
So is it a bracelet or something to wear on your shoe?
It's like an anklet, technically.
Oh,
like
no.
I'm not gonna wear it.
Yeah, that's for you.
I'm not gonna wear it, but I think it's super cool that they included this.
Yeah.
This little nod to
You know,
heritage and
wear a
everything.
half size bigger in Air Max 1?
Nah, I do too. You do half size bigger?
Yeah.
What size you wear? 11?
10.
10? Oh, okay. I wear 9.5. So, I mean, I wanted to stay true to them. Plus, like lately, I've been wanting them more snug.
Yeah,
on my
those
feet.
other laces got to go in stat.
What's the other one? Oh, the off-white ones?
Off-white
Those
laces.
got to go in immediately.
I will say that these are a lot more gray. I thought it was white. Like, I had no idea it was gray. This leather up here is super duper smooth.
Same.
I like the off yellow, white, whatever we call it. I mean, I like the vintage, But I remember I told, shout out to Tapes and Curtis, I was like, oh yeah, I copped these. I'm selling, because I got 2 of the Magma Oranges or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'm selling those for certain and like to pay for these. Because I'm like, I paid $350. I haven't worn those yet. Buying 2 orange Air Max 1s just doesn't seem... I opened up the Magma box. That joint was bright. Like, it's bright. It doesn't even compare to these. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'm keeping those too. So, keeping all of them. So,
Yeah,
but
it's a great shoe, great fall shoe, great, as everything starts to cool down and your wardrobe starts to get a little darker and a little more,
I know.
I
already got a flannel for it, B.
Yeah.
Already ready.
They did a great job just simply making that mudguard wavy.
You know what's crazy is I was sitting there looking and I was like, there is just not a lot of different iterations of Air Max 1s. No one's ever, except the clear toe box, and that's about it. People have thrown denim on stuff, but nobody's ever done something like that. Now, like I did ask, are we overreacting to how fire these are just because it's wavy? But I mean, these joints is dope, man. Like I ain't mad at them. These are definitely a George shoe. You definitely need these.
Yeah, it's a good looking shoe, no doubt. I mean, is it like greatest Air Max of all time? No.
Is it a candidate for sneaker of the year?
No, it isn't.
No, really?
No.
Okay.
It's a great shoe. Nothing against PATTA and their team. It's just not.
What do you have so far?
It's a little
up there?
derivative.
Yeah, I mean,
to be sneaker of the year, like you've really got to go way outside the box.
I mean, it's just amazing with like sneakerheads. Like, you add some waves to it and we lose our mind. That's why I was like, okay, I think we may be overreacting a tad. They cut the mud guard out a little different and we like, yo, this is crazy. But these joints is fire. So I do want the blue ones, and I did think the burgundy ones, are they burgundy? The leather ones? I did think those were whack at first, but I saw them on foot in the sunlight. Fire.
Yes, you can only wear them outside.
I did.
When you go inside, you got to take them off.
There are some certain shoes, like I told you, I did not like J Balvin's at all. I seen them joints at the beach. I felt different about them. Do I want them? No, but them joints is way better than this person. Those and I know you hate Cactus playing flea market dunks. Them with the crystals, them joints are.
No, I don't hate them. I think I call them overrated or tacky or something.
Them joints are.
They are tacky and overrated.
Unreal fire to me.
They're nice. They're not. No.
Nah, them joints is unreal fire. Undeniable flames.
Stop
I think it's a great looking shoe. I have a problem with any shoe that is so audacious, like just outlandish.
You
that
own
you
a
couldn't-
lot of shoes
I do
that
own
could
a
be
lot of crazy stuff.
argumentatively argued
Yes.
that are the same.
But that you couldn't just rock that over at Fashion Square. Like,
Yeah, you could. Where else you rock it?
I mean, you have to be going somewhere special. There's got to be an event
what's
for me
special?
to wear.
What's special? We talked
that
about
shoe.
this. I said, you know what? There's no such thing as special anymore when it comes to sneakers. You just gotta wear this stuff now. Like I've und'd so many sneakers in the last week, it's not even funny. I don't think I have any Adidas anymore that are DS. Like all them human races, all them HUs, all them human made. I und'd all that stuff. All them, I bought the Cichonas, whatever them joints is called. I und'd all that stuff, man. This is dope.
Yeah,
like this.
I think that's a really cool thing. Addition.
Like, yeah, I'd wear that joint. I mean, I thought it was a little more shiny. It's a little more matted, but this joint is fire. I know George don't like jewelry, but, you know, it is what it is. You rock that, right?
Watch and a wedding ring. That's about it.
He's a simple man. He's a simple man.
But you're supposed to wear it on your ankle, though, so with slides.
I ain't wearing that on my ankle. Yeah, with slides. I'll probably give it to Cortez.
On your way to the liquor store.
Cortez got a little gold chain. He think he's so fly. Come to find out he got a girlfriend. I'm like, why you wear this gold chain to school all of a sudden? Like, you better relax, man. Releases, George. What come out this week, fam? Hold on. The regular box didn't look like this, right? This is the special
box? I think
box?
all the boxes look like that.
So what's a special box mean? Just bracelet?
No, I think it's just some of them came with the bracelet and some of them didn't come with the bracelet.
Right, but why is it called special box? Like,
well, if you look on StockX, it says with bracelet, without bracelet.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. So it don't say special box.
Yeah, I think there was a rumor going around that there was a special box with bracelet and then a regular box, but
somebody I got this and I was like, what's so special about this? I mean, it's cool.
I mean, it's not the standard Nike orange, so that's a plus.
Yes, but
makes it easier to find in the closet.
Somebody told me the box was fire. I'm like, settle down. I don't know about fire.
Well, I don't think they mean fire as in like it's better. Like, I think they just mean the box. What I want to say, I don't think they meant to say like, you know, some special. Because normally when you say special box, you get all kinds of stuff inside, T-shirt, you know, whatever else. I think they just talk about the box itself. The box is kind of dope.
I mean, the box has the blue, it has the orange, and it has that burgundy one that's going to come out. What's the red one called that we saw? There's another one coming out. Shocking red?
I thought there was one that was like pink or something.
Yeah, maybe Hush
Pink,
something pink.
It's
but I mean,
bright one.
Anytime. Yeah, I mean, PATTA did their own. I'm actually curious who they had to do the box, but.
Me too.
But.
Actually,
I mean,
I just said that.
I think it's fire might not be the right word, but I think it's dope.
It's a good looking box. I appreciate when people put.
I do appreciate a little extra,
little design touches into the packaging.
Anybody going to Complex Con? Is that this week, right? I would love to. Have you been to one?
No, I've always wanted to go.
No idea.
I really want to go to one, but I never plan accordingly. Like, next thing you know, it's right up there. It's on your back. And I'm like, dang, man, it's next week. But shout out to Ruby. Oh, shout out to Ruby, too. Ruby hung out with us a lot last week after SneakerCon and stuff like that. That's the homie, man. I love Ruby to death, man. That's like, I consider Ruby a really good friend. Like, me and her chit chat and talk like that. And, you know, she used to do a lot for us, you know, at work, you know, one of the buyers for where we work and whatnot. So, shout out to Ruby, man. I told her, I felt bad that last week me and Skate didn't even bring her up because we were with her like all night. Her and, you know, Rico and everybody. Like, we was
talking about on the show.
Yeah. But shout out to Ruby, man. Releases, George. What come out this week? There's a lot that I want, fam. A lot.
Today the 3rd or 2nd? Today's the 2nd, right?
Second.
So this says that women's Dunk High Toasty comes out, but I don't remember seeing that. Is it on sneakers?
It's on sneakers.
Calendar? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
It's that like multicolor,
Do you like them?
fabric. I mean, they're okay. I
actually like them. I think they're actually kind of cool. Now, it's not what I'm going for ours, but I think they're all right. They're okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. I mean, I don't have any complaints about it, but I wouldn't buy it and wear it.
Yeah, same.
It's not for me. Even if it was a men's shoe, it wouldn't. It's not for me. But I don't look at it and say ugh. Some shoes you immediately could be like ugh, no.
Like why am I even looking at this?
Both these already on sneakers now. Travis Scott's.
That's why anytime you see that tweet from J23 man saying official pictures, it means it's on sneakers.
Really?
Either it's been loaded on the back end or it's up.
Good Lord, why is it on here already? I mean, it comes out for an entire month and a half.
Probably because sneakers ain't got none on the app. That's why.
They gotta let everybody know ahead of time.
So. Well, they got like Astro World live coverage too.
Don't delete the app just yet. Yeah, it's coming.
That's right.
We know you're frustrated.
We know you're frustrated.
Hang
Things been getting pushed back. Well, hold on.
People in Houston and Texas were funny about that. Travis Scott stuff because I seen tweets about if you don't live in Texas, don't bother. I was like, man,
what?
So
I'm assuming it's gonna be like not that people haven't figured out how to like just switch their GPS on their phone anyways,
right.
Ghost or whatever, but
sure.
it's gonna. I'm assuming it'll be GPS related. This says black and white women's dunks are coming out again. Maybe this is a different one. I don't know.
Yeah, it's actually a
Nature Panda.
What's different about this
It's
one?
an upcycled. There's some certain percentage of the shoe. It's basically the black and white Panda
Right.
dunk, but a certain percentage of the shoe is upcycled
Really?
material.
Oh, I didn't know
that's
that.
been reconfigured into full family sizing of dunks. Those are dope. I never
course.
landed a pair of the Pandas.
Me neither. I need a pair of
So,
something.
I'll try.
That to me is the only out of all the dunks recently, like the essential dunks that you need. Obviously I didn't get plums. I need plums, and I want probably Viotex, I guess, but I don't have black whites. Black whites I need. I got Michigans, UNLVs, those Syracuse. I need maybe Kentucky's too. Maybe was it Duke, Kentucky, whatever.
Kentucky. Yeah.
I might.
That's just a standard sneaker staple. Like you
It
gotta
is,
have.
man.
You
That
just
black
gotta
white
have the
one is a
black white.
must-have.
Kentucky's are too expensive. You ain't buying them.
Well, shoot, black white's too expensive to me. I ain't paying no $340 for no dunk.
You just said you paid $300 for those, and we're
Damn,
fine
this
with
got
it.
an air unit. This joint got waves, and it's a collaboration. I am not paying no $300 for no dunk. Now, we've had this discussion. I'm not.
You just got done talking about how the waves don't matter.
No.
You
This
literally
guy-
just got done talking about how the
Hold
waves
on.
is. What do you hype up a wave?
This has an air unit. This is a collaboration with PATTA. This to me, if it was $350 resale, I would understand it. I will never understand a dunk with no technology, one pair of laces, a basic box. You can't do nothing in it. Maybe skate in it, maybe, but that's what SBs are for. 300, 380.
You're not
Are you
looking to do nothing in
serious?
it except wear it.
No, I'm just
You're not
saying.
looking to play hoops in it.
See, that's the benefit. See, that's where y'all be getting twisted with a lot of these sneakers. Yeezy foam runners and stuff like that. Yes, it's a ridiculous looking shoe. The shoe is $65 and it does nothing. So who cares? It's a house shoe as far as I'm
65
concerned.
is the slide.
Okay, well the foam is 80.
80, yeah.
It's a house shoe. So it's
But they're
like
really comfortable. They are really comfortable.
$80 for a house shoe when you could buy. I mean, I don't have a house
slides.
shoes, but
Slides are like $45-$60 now. Like it ain't like slides are cheap now.
You getting them at Louis Vuitton?
Fam, Louis Vuitton's like way more than that.
It's like a $300 slide.
That sounds like the
Fam, Boost slides? Boost slides were what when they first came out? 100?
no.
was it?
Boost slides?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't buy any of those.
Yeah.
The other ones, the
like
non-boost slides are
110.
better.
I mean, Boost, non-Boost, $45. All right, you pay. Now you can wait for them to go on sale. It'd be like 22 and stuff like that. I know, but that's why I don't look at a foam runner as like anything special. I look at this as a functional shoe if I really wanted it to be. A dunk, I mean, I can go lift some weights. I can ride a skateboard. I can go post up in it. So it doesn't mean anything. Like I need value out of something, even though I'm not going to use it for that.
Dunks go with literally everything.
They go with everything, but they should be around reasonably priced around like a shell toe. Like, I don't care if a dunk's $100. That's fine. I don't care if a dunk is $130. That's fine. $150. That's fine. $300. Fam, think about what you're talking about.
So a collaboration dunk at $300 is okay?
There's not even no collaboration really. Dunk SPs really. So but a collaboration dunk.
Chunky Dunkies is a collab.
That's
Travis
an SB.
Scott.
SBs though, not SP though. The
They
regular standard
they
ones.
stopped making the SPs last year, so.
Look, all I'm saying is a SB dunk, fine, I could get it. You got foam in the tongue, you got comfort, you got Zoom Air, you got some extra padding and all that. Okay. A regular dunk?
Regular dunk?
Come on, man. 300?
All the
What are Curry's?
all the materials you just
Hold on.
read off, probably in manufacturing, are like less than $5.
What
though.
are
I mean,
Curry's going
like-
for? 500? Fam, $1,000 for a dunk.
I mean, that's where Kentucky's are as well. They're Kentucky
$1,000.
Yeah, they're more than that.
Are they up?
Yeah,
Oh,
Syracuse is
Yeah,
what,
they're
700?
close to where Syracuse's are.
Come on. Out of town.
No,
with
they're
that.
probably
St.
more than
John's
that
are
Yeah.
500 or 600. The
Yeah,
red
they're
and white ones.
high.
St. John's are 600.
That's all I'm saying. You're not getting bang out of your buck for those. Like, you're not. It doesn't.
I don't. I guess
That may not be the wrong.
you're not buying a Corvette. Like I mean,
No, but like an Air Max 1 is the Corvette of Air Maxes. It may be the greatest Air Max 1 of all time. Like, this is something
I'll
different.
co-sign that.
no,
Air Max
that's
One, I
a
think the one is the
collaboration.
best.
Fine, bang for your buck. You're
Oh,
talking
no,
about
no.
a shoe.
Okay, but even an OG Air Max 1, the red or a Royal, 200, I can see it. It's okay. But a dunk, these don't even come with 2 laces anymore. Like, they come with 1 lace, a orange
Buy
box.
an extra pair of laces for like $2. I mean, I don't.
Don't do that.
The things that you're adding up are like literally $5 worth of materials.
Like I said, dunks are just Vans. That's all they are. That's it.
Some people paying $200 for Vans.
Black white dunks, black white dunks, and this is equivalent.
Fear of God Vans are like $1,000.
No. I didn't say that makes more sense. Equivalent. That's all I'm saying. There is no reason
They're
why
just
anybody.
that ubiquitous. Just
it's insane.
black, white, straightforward.
Curry's
A Jordan 1 doesn't have anything in it, and you pay $500 for a Jordan 1?
Fam, you know what? We can talk about that right now. Are y'all okay with Jordan 1s going to 200 by the summer?
I mean, I don't buy a lot of highs anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm sure the lows are still going to be 130 or 150 or whatever.
I mean, I'm okay with it, one, because I don't really like highs. And that's
I don't either.
To say, I am not a Jordan 1 high wearer.
Me neither. Now I'm older. We're all, I think, older in this room. So I would go to Lowe's. We all would probably go to Lowe's first.
Yes.
Okay. But it's the understanding of it. A $200 Jordan 1. Jordan 1s essentially aren't anything either. Like, we used to consider Jordan 1s like Chuck Taylor's.
Nike is just...
We legit did.
Listen, it's economics. That's what
Nike's why.
doing, man.
I know why. Does it have any effect on you going after a Jordan 1 high that you like?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. It might for me. I mean, fam, paying as much as we did for Thunders, no joke, almost put me out the game. I just couldn't handle that, dude. Thunders or Lightnings? Lightnings were way too high for my blood.
Part of that was shipping and whatever else. I mean,
hate it.
Yeah.
It did something to
$225
me.
plus tax. If you get it from the sneakers app, like when you get it from somebody and they charge you retail and then shipping, it makes it seem like it's more expensive than it is.
It did something to my spirit.
But yeah, this $200 for Jordan 1, I mean...
You be letting the wrong things do something to your spirit.
That means if a Jordan high gonna go 200, a Jordan low might be what, 180 now?
No, there was a bigger gap than that. They were like 110, 130, 125, something like that.
Lows? 110?
Something like that.
Yeah, because mids are 120, 130.
Oh, they are? Oh.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Which is exactly why kids love them. Like,
And kids should be the only ones wearing them. Kids and women. To me.
Well, that's a different conversation.
Unless you guys...
The listeners will yell at you enough for those.
Special mids.
I don't need to bring up mids because the listeners will get on your back enough.
Special mids. What else you got? Coming out this week, fam?
Women's dunk coral. So same pack with the...
It's like pink.
Black and whites. They already came out with that shoe too. This one just a different outsole. So
Don't Hannah have those?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and I think that's also part of that upcycled.
Yeah. So they weren't called coral last time. I don't think they were like dusty pink or what's that Nike uses, the orange that really is pink, Arctic orange. It was something like that.
Yeah.
That's the one that Bruce got from her from like. Well, maybe I can't say, but he got it like way after release.
Arctic orange Nike.
There's another women's dunk that's in that same pack, I guess, or maybe it's a different thing. But this says sale, but it looks white, so all white dunk low. I haven't even seen pictures of that till just now, so I don't know. But that one's coming out.
Just spilling out.
If it's a white and not an off-white, I'll try to pick it up. I love an all-white shoe. Like, just give me an all-white shoe in just about any model.
No.
I'm with it.
Only two.
With it.
Shell Toes and Stan Smiths. Them the only ones I will wear all white in. I can't do anything else.
There's a lot of stuff coming out, but like not anything that
you smoking?
is probably not. Well, I haven't scrolled down the list yet, but like the next 5 things after that was like 2 Air Force One women's, a blazer you don't care about, a Huarache, another blazer low. Your favorite shoe, the women's Air Jordan OG, is coming out. I don't know if you knew about that.
I mean,
white and metallic.
It's all white and metallic.
That's your favorite. That's your favorite shoe in the world. So every chance you get to put it on a list, you put it on there.
It's a fire Jordan shoe.
All right. The PATTA Aqua is coming out.
So they're $230 on here.
Aqua, whatever that means.
Good. They're reasonable. I'm gonna get those in.
On the 4th.
Okay. What else you got, fam?
Yeah, I'll put in for those.
Let's see here. There's a women's 14, Jordan 14 coming out.
The pink one?
Mm-hmm.
I like those.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not going to lie to you, but I think I'm just over the, like, we talked about Volt. Like, all them, like, neon. I think I'm out of it now. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
Well, you wouldn't wear this one anyways, but...
I don't know.
No,
Well,
you would. The pinks are 2 different colors, which is your biggest complaint on anything, so...
Not when it's not trying to be all monochrome. Like,
I mean,
it's got black.
I feel like if you could wear the Dorenbecker 14, you could wear this 14.
Nobody
those
on
colors
What's
don't.
the red 14? Oh,
It
the
was
like
black
with the
purple.
Seattle needle on the back.
Yeah.
Oh,
These
okay.
colors
if
don't
you
go
were into
together
that,
at all.
You're probably into this.
Yeah, but this isn't the first time these combination of colors have come out.
Yeah,
Air Max 97s,
I'm
Air
aware.
Max Tune Runners.
That doesn't
and I
mean
have
it
the
goes
97s.
together.
I like it like that. I like it in the runner.
No, you don't.
In the Jordan 14?
Fam, you don't have a shoe that's that color pink. You're talking about like
100% I
solar
do.
red or whatever.
No, I'm not. 100% I do. I have an Air Max 97 that's that color. And the secondary pink color as well. 100%. Not even a question. They came out a while ago. Got my
Air Max 97 pink. I'm about to look this up.
Go ahead, bro. Him. What else come out?
Nope, I'm looking this up first.
Watch.
I mean, you got those Saquon Barkley trainer threes.
Need. Okay.
Really?
They come out
Need?
tomorrow, right? I
A
need
triple
those.
You talking about
need
this?
on
Yeah.
those?
Yep, I have that one.
That shoe sucks.
So, but it's the same colors.
You just got done talking about it like you were backing it for shoe of the year or something, and now you like it. Just because you own it, it still sucks though.
You say however makes you float your boat. Fam.
No. You just agreed to it.
I like it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I just said it sucks, and you were like, "Oh, yeah, you're right."
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, fam.
You didn't say that?
Saquon Barkley's. I need. Now them joints are going
triple
for about
need.
900 right now on like most sites. All right. Them
The only
joints-
shoe from this week that I need is Georgetown Dunk Lows and probably Pattas. That's it.
Fam. What else come out? Oh, Georgetown Dunk Lows.
Yes, Georgetown Dunk Low, Jordan 4, Wild Things. I guess
Y'all copping Georgetowns, right?
they bring it back.
Trying to?
Kevin Bacon and Matt.
I'll try.
Okay. I mean, 180. I mean, look, they at the low right now if you want to cop 180.
Yeah.
Wild Things, I'm
I'm
trying
not
to
going
get
to be
for a friend.
upset if I take the L on the Georgetown Dunks. As much as I love a dunk low, I'm not going to be crying. I'm not,
No.
man.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
hitting up the sites like I got to get them. It's like, oh, okay, if I get them, great. I'll wear them. I'll put something together. If not, on to the next one.
Wild Things, I'm trying to get as a Christmas gift. You like those?
How much do broken ankle trainers cost? Because you obviously comfortable paying for those.
What, Saquon Barkley's?
Yeah. 180 probably?
Retail? Probably 170,
I'm assuming.
I think 170.
Yeah, you're
Retail's
fine with
140.
that, but you think 200 for a Jordan 1's too much.
Fam, whoa. These are for training, B. I can't hoop in Jordan 1s. I can train. I'm serious.
You know
can't hoop in
what?
Jordan
I'm not even going to respond to that.
I'm
I'm
serious.
gonna just let the listeners get on
You can't hoop in Jordan
These
1s?
are for
Hoop
training.
in Jordan 1s? Now we used to. Now maybe
I'm gonna need
we
a video
could,
of
because
you.
we probably have in our
I need
life.
a video of you wearing Saquon broken ankles, training,
No.
doing
I'm not
3 cone drills.
I'm not
you send
shuttle
it,
runs.
Yeah, you
I'm
send
not
it to me.
going to do it, but if I feel like training in them, I could. So there's some value in it. Plus, them joints is like done extremely well. I can't do nothing with a Jordan 1 but wear it. All right? All right. What else come out?
Looks like it.
Comme des Garçons, foam posits.
We copping.
Man, if you don't
Not
stop.
at 520.
Is 520 a problem for you? Sneaker wise? Really? Is it?
520
Oh,
not
hold
a
on.
problem for a sneaker. 520 for that sneaker is a problem.
But it's a collaboration.
What, are you buying them for something? Because you're really standing for them right now.
I really like them. Now, it isn't my thought process of like how foams might come back. I didn't think it would be that. Now, they've made some attempts, with the Vault ones that came out probably like a couple months ago. They've made some attempts that I thought were failures. Like, if you're going to try to bring back foams, you got to start with Royals, then your Coppers, then your Reds, then your Suns colors, and your Stealths. You got to go through the gauntlet of like that.
You got to go Shooting Stars pack.
The undeniable fire of fire foam posits. You have to. You even got to maybe bring back a Paranorman foam for October or something. You got
Fighter jets.
You got to bring them back for foams. This, I will say this. Now, a lot of people ask me about the 520 price, and I said, well, it's Comme des Garçons Homme Plus. It's not the one with the heart shirts. There's like levels of Comme des Garçons, whatever. So like this one is like one of the like peak of peak, I think. I think there's maybe one above that. So 520 for it. I mean, the freaking Dior Jordan 1 was what, 2,000? So it's like Chanel and all that and Dior and all that are like the A group of luxury probably, and like Comme des Garçons Homme Plus is probably like the C, B. So 520 I can understand. And we're talking about a foam posit. Foam posits retail at what? 270? So it's like, what, they doubled it? Like, I don't see it a big deal.
That to the white pair to me was like, all right, I'll take a look at that shoe. 350, 360.
Yeah, of course it would make more sense
Sign
at those.
me up.
But you know
'Cause
what?
They didn't do anything to the shoe other than change all they changed was the outer pattern.
That is a major thing. Foamposites is one of the longest running sneakers we have. Foamposites came out like what year, George? 96? No, 97?
96 technically.
Yeah,
I think.
96, 97.
96?
Mike Bibby was the first to wear them.
So like 96
I think
and
it's
it's
technically
still
96,
going. And we're talking about a shoe that never changed. Like it didn't go to a low top, it didn't go to a high top, it didn't do anything. It stayed the same. Added prints, then the pros with the swoosh, had the swoosh. So like it didn't do anything. Now I am more like, y'all never thought to change it up, swirl. They didn't do nothing. I think these are cool in a cool direction for Foamposites and could maybe turn it around for foams a little bit. It's something different.
It's a cool shoe.
To me.
It's just not 520 cool.
Now, someone did tell me for them to redo those molds to make the swirls is one reason why it cost that much, because those molds didn't exist. Like they literally, Foamposite foams are foam. Like it's a foam thing. That's what somebody told me. Now, people could say anything.
And I buy that 100%. You have to retool the molds. Great. You're going to need to charge a little bit extra for that. I'm with it. But 520? No.
What's that after tax? 580? Like 540 something?
I mean, you're looking at $6 after tax, basically.
Ooh, it's a luxury sneaker.
For a Foamposite? Foamposites are comfortable.
Yeah,
I love them. I went through a whole Foamposite phase where I had like every color you could possibly get your hands on.
If you love Foamposites, you should buy them. Period. Because there's no real reason for us to, besides that of how much they're valued, for us to be willing to pay $2,000 for a Dior 1. Like,
I'm not even paying $2,000 for a Dior.
I know, but like it made it a lot easier knowing they were going for 11, 7, 10.
That's true.
It made it easier. But I don't look at a Dior 1 and consider it a Dior product. I know they have a hand in it, but like my wife going and buy a Dior boot for like $1,000 makes more sense to me than going to buy a Jordan 1 for $2,000. And a Dior boot for $1,000 is that's not even reason. That's more like $3,000. Dior stuff is high. All right. So like I just don't understand. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like I could never keep a Dior 1 for $2,000 retail. I couldn't responsibly. I couldn't. If it's
even if you got it retail,
I couldn't. Not if it's going for $5,000. It'd be irresponsible.
Those would go straight to foot. If I picked those up for retail, straight to foot.
It'd be irresponsible. Now, $1,000 and they sell for $3,000. Okay, I'd probably maybe keep it then. But like $2,000 to $7,000, that gap is way too wide. I'm talking about you're wild irresponsible to me then at that point. What's up, George? That's it, fam.
Let's see here.
Nothing else, B.
There's a ice cream BBC Pharrell Human Race coming out.
Copped.
All right.
I'm copping all human races.
That's the one with the helmet on the front.
Yeah.
It's like a light blue.
Yeah, really not
blue
cool
shoe.
with the color. I like the rolls, or what are those, tubes?
Yeah, the pattern is
I like
nice.
the pattern. They came out with that pattern on another one and I passed on. I was like, I don't need these. It's cream color, and I wish I did. They go for kind of high.
The Nerd 20th anniversary cream ones.
I was mad. I passed on those too.
Those
I was like,
gorgeous.
do I really want to do this? And they're sitting in California. Like I might have a homie just go pick them up, like from one of the stores or something. But them joints is fire.
No, I've got them. Great shoe
really?
in hand. Great shoe on foot. Like it.
I like them joints. I like the brain in the back and the 20. I love them.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
What else, George?
Fire.
That's it. That's it, V. Appreciate everybody who likes, subscribe, share this podcast and stuff. Enos Canner. Don't know if you guys saw, noticed, looked. Got a lot of people. Appreciate everybody. Like I said, I appreciate everybody who messages like, yo, what do y'all think about this? Talk about it. Yo, can't wait to hear what your thoughts about it. Anybody want to say anything? Thoughts on the situation? Well, just to paint the picture for everybody, Enos Cantor is making claims, calling out, LeBron, calling out a lot of athletes that aren't speaking up with Nike using Chinese labor. I don't like that word, but Chinese labor.
Someone was going to do it eventually. I mean,
you mean what? Come out like say this to make their products. He came on the court wearing a Jordan Low patent leather with like
The Legend Blue Low.
Yeah, Legend Blue Low with like Chinese slave or slave labor or something on the side of the shoe, and he's making a big claim, that like it's, that Nike needs to speak up on this type of situation. Anybody have any thoughts on it?
I commend him for it. Genuinely.
Really?
Yeah, I commend him for it. Like, he's found something that he's passionate about. He sees something that needs to change and something that needs to be different in his mind, in his eyes. I'm not saying I disagree with him. I'm just saying in his mind it needs to change, and he's using his platform to step up. I know a lot of people will say, well, who cares? It's just Enes Kanter. Like, he's nobody. But at the same time, he's a professional athlete, plays for the Celtics.
Yeah, he's on the Celtics right now.
Right, plays for the Celtics, professional athlete. He's getting traction. He's getting eyes on it. And if it creates a change and creates something positive, then isn't that the whole point?
They took all Celtics game off the Chinese streaming site.
Immediately.
I agree with you. And I want to say this like responsibly, okay?
Yeah.
Who's supposed to care? Like, that's my thing. Like, is he want sneakerheads or Americans or just Nike? Like, that's my thing. Like, do you feel like this is a global issue for all of us to be concerned with? Like, my whole thing is, and I hate being this way. Me and George talked about another episode. I said I would love to think. And now, first of all, this Chinese labor situation, since we were kids about Nike, this isn't like new discussion. Like, this ain't new topics. I would love to sit here and say that I would like to sit here and say that I care, but I really don't. I'll be honest with you. I need a 9.5, B. Like, I just don't care. Now, I'm talking from American person who has come to the point of being like addicted to a product. To me, that's a bigger issue. To me, the bigger issue is that I love these products so much that my moral and ethical understanding as a human being is a little shaky when it comes to that on that side. That's my thing. Okay. Now, we talked about before, me and George, and I said I would love to think that like if it was just hard proof facts that Nike was all these claims outside the sexual harassment in the building and all this stuff, that I would be like, I'm never doing it again. I would love to think that I would have that in me to do so. I know I don't. So like I don't even want to act like I do. Like, I'm a big proponent of like, as a human being, I care, that compassion. I do care. Like, but in my mind, I'm thinking this to me is a Chinese issue, a China issue. Like, China either shouldn't allow Nike to use their force like that, their workforce like that. I feel like if the Chinese people ain't doing nothing to stop it, I don't understand why it's the responsibility of like everyone else here. And I know that's how this country's built. The world's been built that way. Something happens here, what is America gonna do about it? I get it. I understand that. I'm not mad at it. When something happens in another country, it's like, was America coming through or what? And it's like, well, what about Japan? What about China? Y'all ain't ask England? Like, were they pulling up? Like, I understand how it works, politics, all that stuff. My whole thing is I'm a big proponent of like kind of minding my own business, and I feel like it's not the U.S. sneakerheads, even athletes' job to go over there. They either got what do you think to say? I no longer want to be with Nike because of this, and that's it. And I do feel like now somebody in China told me this, not Jay. Shout out to the homie Jay, Shanghai Soul. Shout out to him. But somebody from China messaged me and they said that the issue is, which I agree with, and I said this is what should get fixed. Those people that make these products in China, like for companies, not just Nike, they should be Nike employees, but they're not. They're warehouse employees. So they're like, they work in the warehouse and they make whatever the warehouse pays them, and then they're told to make Nike. So it's not like Nike is paying them low wages, and now that's what he said. I don't know how much that's true, and I don't want to stand on that. I don't know. But in my mind, I'm like, well, I guess it kind of makes sense, because if they're not considered, he was like, those people don't just make Nikes. They make Nikes, and then they'll like 1 week, that's what he's told me. 1 week they'll be making North Face jackets. They'll be making all kind of stuff. Then they make Nikes. And I said, okay, see, now to me, if I make Nikes, I should be a Nike employee. Nike should pay me well. And he was like, well, you know what? That would be something that would be good. Problem is that Chinese government and people, they just tax them ridiculously and take it from them. I don't know how much true that
Are you
is.
talking about manufacturing specifically?
Yeah.
Nike doesn't own any of that. That's
I know.
all third party.
100%, which is what he was telling me. He was saying
Yeah.
that, like, that's
Oh,
there.
you didn't know that already?
I mean, I didn't think nothing about it. Like, I just never really thought about it too much. But he was
I
just...
think we always had the suspicion that that's kind of the way it worked, but I
Yeah,
didn't
Nike-
know
yeah.
explicitly.
Nike has
hey,
never owned anything in manufacturing.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like, and I knew that, but he was just kind of breaking it down to me, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what? See, that's the thing to me. They should be Nike employees. Like, you make Nike product, Nike should pay you for that. You make North Face product or whatever overseas, you should get paid from that company, not from that warehouse. That warehouse gets paid by Nike, or Nike pays the government, or whatever Nike pays, and then they sprinkle a little money down to the people that's making this stuff. That's to me. And like I said, man, like I do care about it, but like, I'll be honest with you, if you're gonna ask a sneakerhead this type of stuff, they're not gonna care. They may not tell you this, they don't care. Like, I really...
I don't even think it's sneakerheads. I think the majority of the American population doesn't
yeah.
care.
Probably doesn't care. I
When
mean, as a sneakerhead, I care. Like, I think it's an important
This-
issue, but is
yeah.
it going to stop me
Care,
from buying
yeah,
something?
like, I do care.
Probably.
Like, you know what it made me think of? It made me think when I was a kid. When I was little, I hated French fries. And you sit at the table and your parents like, eat this, eat that, whatever. And they'd be like, oh, this starving kid in Africa and stuff like that. Now, I get it. I didn't care because I wasn't put in that situation. Like, I understood it and I had compassion for it. You always have compassion for things like that, because my whole thing, I feel like every single human should do this. I always wonder why, like, why wasn't I born in China? Like, why wasn't I born in Africa or England, Paris, anywhere? Like, why was I, in a sense, fortunate enough to be here? Like, you know, I see people, and I tell the story all the time. When I was going to college, I would see this man in a wheelchair. I'm talking busting his butt to get to work in a wheelchair. And I used to be like, why does he have to be in a wheelchair? You know what I mean? Why were these people, this is a bigger, issue, higher power thing, but it's like, man, why were they here? Why do they have to deal with this and I don't? Like, I'm sitting here with my Nikes like, I got them, you know what I mean? When they got us
Spending $300 on a pair of shoes.
we're
nothing.
sitting here like, do we want to pay $520?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where we are in our lives when there are people elsewhere suffering.
Yeah.
And I think that does suck. Now, I do have the compassion in him, but for me personally, when I talk about being addicted, when I talk about sneakers and being in for it for so long, like, you really think about how long we've been buying sneakers? Man, 30 years for me. Longer maybe. Like, I mean, I could think back to it, and it's like, it's so bad to where I'm like willing to be like, man, I'm sorry for them, but I still need a 9.5. Like, and that sucks to me. Like, I think that does suck. And like you said, I do appreciate him speaking up on it and whatnot.
I don't want to see kids being forced into labor or anybody doing anything that they are being forced into doing. Absolutely. I mean, I think that's wrong. But
Right.
I think at the end of the day, you know, what you said is kind of right. Like, this is partly the Chinese government's involvement. Like, they need to get involved. If Nike can step up and go, look, we don't do that. Here's the proof.
Right.
Then we need to just let it go. Like, all right.
Which ain't happening.
Well,
Right.
I mean,
You're talking about a bigger issue. You're talking about culture. You're talking about American culture versus culture in other countries. It's the same thing that happened with, the Afghanistan pullout thing.
Yep.
We pulled out of Afghanistan. Immediately, the Taliban took over, and we were expecting them, the Afghanis, to protect their own country. So it's just like when you're talking about America World Police. It's, I don't want to be talking about politics,
Right.
but it's the same kind of thing. It's like, yes, you can have empathy, whatever, for people in other countries because you have, the American cultural way of thinking, but at the same time, realize that, like, it's not. In my personal opinion, I've always been of the opinion that if your culture is different and your culture has existed for 2,000 years and our culture's existed for 300 years, we have no reason to say you're wrong.
100%.
Now, from
Facts.
the American imperialistic point of view or whatever, in the countries like India, for example, they do honor killings.
Right.
I think it's wrong personally, but I have no. Who the hell am I? I was going to cuss, but who the hell am I to tell them in that country? I understand that, but like, I don't do it as much as I do like just talking outside the podcast. Outside the podcast, I talk crazy all the time. Like on here, I found myself just not needing to. You know what I mean? Like, but that's one example where it's like to me personally, it's wrong. But who am I to tell somebody from that culture that's existed for however many millennia longer than we have that they're wrong? So it's the same kind of thing with we know it's a Chinese government issue, just like all the other things are Chinese government issues.
Right.
It's a different culture. It's not going to change. The onus is on the American, capitalistic
Consumer.
That's what it is.
No, I mean it's partially on the consumer, but it's more on the corporation is okay doing that to save money. That's really why everything is made in China.
Right.
All these companies are saving money building things there that they could be doing here, but they don't care about.
Yeah, I get that, but I think here's the real question. Let's just say, let's just say Nike comes out and says, all right, hey, it's been a little shady. Sorry, guys, we're going to fix it. We're increasing everything $10. You okay with that?
Well, you know what? They don't seem to not increase anyways.
You're saying to manufacture things here.
End consumer, $10 increase across the board, all Nike products.
If it's manufactured here, or what's the? There has to be a
so that it's
beginning
not manufactured
game. Oh yeah,
by
absolutely.
People
because
who are forced into labor.
What you're doing is, and I've had
Are
this.
You okay with that?
I have
$10.
I have a degree in finance and economics, so I can have an economics conversation with all night long with people. So I am okay with something like that because I know that it's going to, number one, job creation here. There's going to be more money in the hands of. Greg and I just randomly were talking about something on Friday with inflation. Clearly, middle class salaries never match inflation. We know that. It doesn't happen.
Never.
But if things like that started happening, then you're talking about the wealth of the middle class increasing to match that price increase or inflation or whatever. So I am fine with it personally. Would a rich person be okay with it? Absolutely not. I mean, it's that simple.
And that's where it came from, was an economic standpoint of saying,
it's capitalism.
Okay, if we can fix this problem, but the end consumer is going to be impacted by X number of dollars, and I just made up 10.
10 might be nice. Like 10 is like, I 10?
I think realistically you're looking at 25.
I think you're looking at
30.
high. It's a reason why a lot of New Balances are so expensive. Like some of the ones, like a lot of New Balances are made here in the USA, and them joints are retail $230. Some of them, and that's high. Now, in height of a Jordan 4 Lightning was $230 basically. A New Balance is $230. That's a different type of part of the culture. You get. This means something. You pay $230 for a Lightning, $230 for a New Balance 1500. Like, it's cool, but it ain't, this or whatever.
That's a dad shoe.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'll be for jobs and stuff. Now, current climate doesn't seem like many people want to work as much as they want. Actually,
well, I'm not going to jump on that boat.
I'm not going to jump on that. I'm not going to jump on that. I'm not going to say
there are many reasons why. Everyone assumes it's because the government's giving out free money. A lot of people are just scared of COVID. Think that. I mean, that's the bottom line.
One, there's a lot of reasons why, but also I think a lot of times here right now, I think a lot of people are realizing the value of their time versus the value of the money that they're making at these places. To me, that's a part of it. You really have to think about where you work right now. If you make money, for the people that I employ, sometimes I'm like, man, that's not a lot. You know what I mean? But it's one of those situations where it's the mindset of still hey man, you got to get to work. You work your way up, but then you think to yourself man, you think an hour of my life is only worth $14? It's dang, you know what I mean? But you still need to live and survive and stuff like that. That's a different discussion or whatnot. I can honestly say that if Nike was we're coming out of there and now Jordan 1s, they were going to be $200, now they're going to be $235. That means a Jordan 4 is going up to $265. That means a Jordan 3, $255. You know what I mean? It isn't, where does the buck stop? That's the thing. And I hate to be that way. I do. It's that that's why I always tell people, even though I vote one way, I understand both sides of everything, Yeah. I do, And in that sense, I would be, that might take me out the game. They come and Jordans get up that much or Nikes get up that much money. And now I'd be great for employment. I'd be great for all that stuff. That stuff is needed. It's appreciative. I appreciate that type of thing as a tax-paying American citizen and understanding and having kids and, being an adult. You know what I mean? I understand that. But you hit Sneakers app and that joint say checkout at $2 271 or something.
Yeah,
it's
it would
gonna
make me
you feel
it would make
a little
me
funny.
hesitate. Okay, do I really need these? Do I really need this shit?
Right.
But I would still, yeah, if it was, oh, that's a fire colorway. Oh, I need that collab. Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody had asked me to. Well, somebody had brought up the point too. They were like, it's sort of like the same thing with, and they were trying to make some type of point, which I was like, okay, it's not the same thing. And they were like, it's like when Black Lives Matter here and stuff like that, and people were, you want, people here to be on that side as well. Black Lives Matter as well. And I said, well, it's not the same thing, because I'm talking like people are fighting under the same constitution. Like, I can't fight that hard for people under a government over there. I can voice my opinion and say it's wrong and it's bad, but I am literally powerless besides my voice when it comes to making change around the world. Like, I'm not even talking about, you know what I mean? So it's like when everybody is,
everybody can vote with their dollar, but if you don't have a large enough group doing it, then it doesn't matter. But you got to keep in mind, Cantor is from Turkey, so Cantor's an international guy. Cantor's not, he's not from here, and he grew up with a different.
He's super duper fights for everything that happens in Turkey. He does a lot of things like that, right? And like I said, I'm appreciative, like you said, 100% everything you said I agree with. The issue is like us here. Like, it doesn't, I understand what you're trying to do and trying to spread the word, but American people here, like you said, unless we all say you're right, no more. Right. It's just, honestly, it's on deaf ears. You know what I mean? I do feel bad for it, like I said. Do I feel like Nike should hold some type of responsibility? Sure. But I feel like Nike's hands are probably tied, too, with the government. The government China could tell Nike to get out. It isn't like Nike is there and China has no choice. And I'm pretty sure Nike feeds a lot of pockets there in China. Like, I'm pretty confident in it. But in reality, if Nike really got to cutting up, China could potentially be like, you get out too. Like, China isn't like Turkey. China is a powerhouse.
We could be in a situation where
Nike's too big for them to do.
Yeah, I know that.
Huge.
I'm saying that they essentially could do whatever they want, essentially. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Nike is one of their major, probably, and obviously electronics and things like that. But like I said, man, I do appreciate it. I understand it. There's a lot of layers to it, to me. Mm-hmm. I do feel like the bigger issue for me personally, I don't want to speak for all people here, for me personally, is that it doesn't bother me enough to stop. Now, maybe if it was happening to American people here, if come to find out Nike was...
Well, it did, and then it didn't. There were sweatshops here in the 20s and 10s, and then they stopped.
But I mean, like, if right now I heard that, like, they're making Nikes in Florida and they charging and they paying these cats like $2.50 to make some Nike sweaters and stuff, I would feel a different way about it. I genuinely would. I'd be
years
like,
ago,
man,
people
what?
did.
Like, yeah, like, and I know anything that I go from this point on, me, collectively, a lot of people together, we could make that change. Or we can fight for that change in Florida or wherever this stuff is. Not happening in Florida, but you know what I'm saying. We could fight for that. I can't do nothing about China. I said, voice my opinion, agree with it, share, like, subscribe, all that type of stuff. I can do all that. But somebody said that he's looking for attention, and I said,
maybe. And
Cantor? I doubt it.
2021, I think at this point, we're all so used to, like, Pixar didn't happen. Show me the video of this kid like getting beat as he's making a pair of Jordan 1s, like,
which is amazing that, like,
you're gonna have
we really have
big outrage.
Cantor is literally wanted by his own government, like, and they want to kill him. So what
Don't
attention?
they have his father?
Yeah, they tried his father for
what attention does he need? I understand that, but like, I'm just saying, like,
I don't know.
They're like,
they're messing with his family for sure. So,
no, 100%.
I mean,
you can debunk certain comments pretty easily, like, just by asking a simple question, like, someone he's already wanted to be probably tried and hung or shot or whatever they do there. And tried is probably a loose interpretation of what would happen if they actually got him. Yeah. What attention seeking does he need to do? I mean,
he's an NBA player, and like, I don't know what they're talking about. But
like I said, somebody was going to do it eventually. I mean, somebody. Now, I'm not necessarily saying NBA player, but like, athletes like to have messages often. I mean, I'm not surprised.
Do you feel LeBron? I mean, he's the
no. I don't think any American athlete has any any reason to feel guilty, for lack of a better way to say it, for what's happening, because they're not the ones doing it. They're just taking the money from the, like LeBron is, in my opinion, when I look at LeBron is trying to build wealth for his family, so not his kids are taken care of, but their kids are taken care of, and then their kids,
bloodline.
You know what I mean? Like if you believe in the, like, as a person, if you believe in the, like, what's the best way to say it? We know plenty of white families have already built generational wealth.
Right.
You know, we want minority families to build generational wealth too. So if you believe in that as a cause, then you can't be mad at what LeBron is doing. LeBron's not selling crack. He's not shooting people. You know what I mean? Like, if you went and found every single person who was making money, at some point in their making money chain, there's going to be like some impropriety. And I'm talking every person.
Of course.
True. Yeah.
So,
but I think the other side of that coin is you're always going to have somebody say, oh, how the tables have turned. The black man is now making money off the backs of somebody else.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to have that
talking
argument.
heads are going to exist no matter
They're
what.
going to flip it around and go, oh, okay, well now.
And what's funny is it's such a crazy dynamic.
Hold on. Let me say this, because there was somebody brought it up on Twitter the other day about Skip Bayless, and like some people still haven't figured out that Skip Bayless makes $7 million a year because he says the things that he says on purpose. He doesn't actually believe that stuff, and it goes along with the same thing. Like, there was something. I told you I was watching Schultz's show, and Alex Jones was on there. It was a long time ago. I just happened to watch the episode, and Alex Jones basically said it's like performance art. Like, people trying to get paid just by saying crazy stuff. Like, these people don't believe all the stuff they say. I mean, that just is what it is.
Hey, you know, like, and you know, with that whole dynamic of like LeBron, Nike, China, and stuff like that, it's such a crazy dynamic because all the wealth and the marketing and everything is like built on the back of LeBron and Serena, all these Jordan, all these black athletes, you know, over the years. And then it's like, well, Chinese people are making this stuff, but then like Nike, which is white corporate, you know, is making, you know what I mean? It's just a crazy dynamic type thing, you know what I mean? And then, and like I said, you know what I mean? Like I would love to like have the passion for it, to care, to stop buying stuff, but I don't, you know what I mean? And it's essentially just that, like, it's over there and it's not here type thing, and it's not, and I want anybody who listens to this, I want anybody to listen to this, like, that doesn't mean I don't care. Like, I care as a human being. Like, man, y'all wilding over there. But I wish the Chinese government would be like, hey, man, you know what? Let's clean this. Let's get this right. You know what I mean? I wish that for them. So, you know, shout out to, you know, everybody involved in that. You know, hopefully it gets better down the road. I would love everything to get better. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But it's just the way stuff is constructed right now. It just doesn't seem to be headed in those directions. You know what I mean? So, but I do find it a little whack that, like, you know, Nike raises the prices on certain things, and, you know, conditions don't sound to get better anywhere else. But that's also a product of, like, wherever they get the materials and stuff. If they get all the materials and stuff from China, and China says, nah, we're raising the prices on these, then they got to do what they got. You know what I mean?
If leather costs more, if rubber costs more,
like,
you're going to see that at the end product.
I'm going to tell you something. Whatever is going on, and I want to get on it, you know, the job and people working and money stuff, I don't know what's happening, you know, but I went to Jamba Juice before we got here. I said, hey, yo, can I get a large strawberry stir-fried with whey protein? You know, my usual. They were like, yeah, but we don't got him in a large cup, so we got to give you 2 smalls. And I'm like, I was like, what? They're like, we have no more large cups because our shipment won't come in for probably until the end of December. I said, you won't have large cups until the end of December? Said, man, it's just difficult right now. I said, well, can I get a medium? No, we can give you a small and a kid's. That's a medium. I said, huh? So they were like, well, what we can do is...
They didn't have medium cups either?
No, they had small and kids.
If you need to go to another one.
I almost did that, but I already had my card out, and I didn't feel bad for them because I want to be like, oh, you know what, I'm out of here. But, like, you know, things like that are legit happening. Like, you know, I had friends...
Some of it is bad planning, but some of it is just flat out...
Logistics, supply chain. My job,
COVID is the biggest reason, but
yes. Get hold of stuff at my job, too. Yeah. And people calling me up, hey, I need T-shirts, I need paper. Right. And it's like, I mean, I can't help you. Right. I don't have it either.
Yeah. That's crazy. So. Another thing everybody asked to talk about was IRS. Preferably, they were like, "Oh, what's George gonna do about cards?"
With the selling thing.
So you know, shout out to the sneaker law firm. That's the homie, and he had made the post of the article that came from, I can't remember the magazine or whatever, but they had talked about basically the IRS like, hey, we want your Cash App money, your Venmo, StockX, Go. We want all that resale money now. Now, I didn't know there was a threshold So like if you sold what?
600.
Well, it's 600 now, right?
No, it's 600 on Jan 1 is whenever this kicks in.
So this kicks in at 600, but right now it's like 20,000, right?
Oh, it's for next tax year. I thought it was for this year.
No. It's next tax year.
Okay.
It's January 1,
Starting
like
Jan
Warren
1.
said, is when this kicks in. If you sell anything at 600, make $600 somewhere, right? Make $600, you'll get a 1099 from
1099K
from the company.
or something like that. Yeah.
But right now, I guess if you sell about $20,000 worth of stuff, then that's when you have to do that. So right now, whatever.
Well, but here's the thing. So I'm curious if StockX, GOAT, all these companies will start doing it to where they transfer it directly to your bank account. Because then if it doesn't go through Venmo or PayPal.
Yeah, but is it?
No, I think
it's just in general.
If you sell on their platform, eBay, StockX,
right?
GOAT.
But it's only through those vendors, though. PayPal, Venmo. What you can't track the money otherwise.
I don't think
They don't
I'm not
have.
100% sure, but I don't. When I read it, it didn't sound like
that.
it was
Oh, that's what I read.
only.
See, it sounds like those. It sounds like anything.
It's because they
resale-related.
transact through Venmo and PayPal and all that. You can't track it otherwise.
I mean, even if you do from straight to bank, I mean,
There's no the whatever I was reading is it.
I think it's more of them taxing StockX for the money that they make, but then StockX has to report it for how
Possible.
we
Yeah,
make. I think that's
StockX
what it
has
is.
to report it. You sold
Yeah.
$900 worth of stuff. You're going to get a form from the IRS saying you sold $900 on StockX.
So they were saying that, like, I guess for that a lot of resellers might have an issue with this. They were providing some
Well,
ways
yeah,
to
there's
get
some people
around
that
it.
sell $1 million in product a year on StockX or whatever.
Do you still do cards?
Yeah,
You don't talk about it at all. Oh, okay. Would that affect you?
yeah, because eBay's part of it.
Oh, okay. Would it deter you? I read that if you do something, become an LLC, that
well, then
it
you got to
does
file
something.
taxes as a business then.
Yeah. Okay, but it's like not as bad. I don't know.
But let me go on record with this IRS thing. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Wait, but you sell sneakers.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I think
do you
it's
sell
fantastic.
sneakers or are you a reseller?
I sell sneakers
Okay.
occasionally. I am not a reseller.
Okay.
I think it's fantastic
tomato.
because maybe we're going to have so many fewer of these kids and people buying up all these shoes trying to flip resell because they're going to get taxed. But maybe stuff starts to sit on the shelf a little bit longer.
Gotcha.
Maybe people are like, well, you know what?
You think so?
I'll give this to you at $240 cash in hand in person as opposed to $320, $340.
I do feel like
on the apps.
I do feel like
So,
online selling will take a hit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like anybody posts like, you go on Instagram and somebody's selling something, they live in Ohio, and it's like, well, I got Venmo, cash, whatever. That might have effect. But like, you remember when cats will ask you now, like, yo, if you do an invoice, I want the 4%. They'd add the 4% on PayPal invoice.
Everyone still does that.
Yeah.
cards.
I'm saying like I figure they would
They just call
add,
it goods and services now. That's the only thing.
I
Right.
figure that they would still add it for tax.
No,
Like
I think with this,
I feel like
with this
whatever they
tax
think they
now,
might get hit tax
stuff's going to
wise.
sit. People are just going to go, you know what? I'm not going to buy that just to quick flip and resell it. If it's not for the toe, if it's not personal, then I'm going to let it alone because I don't want to hit that threshold.
People aren't going to be prepared, I don't think. The people who do it as a career or whatever, what I'm thinking of is the people who do like botting stuff, because that's obviously a bit like some of those people. That's their job, that's their career. Now, I don't think it's going to affect the person building the bot and selling the add to cart slots or selling the copies of the bot or whatever. It's going to affect the people who use that as like their second income or maybe their first income. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of
it's
these...
not going to go away completely.
Listen, a lot of these resellers are morons, to be plainly honest. I mean,
they're all just regular...
Not all of them. Some people that's their job.
Well, no. Some know what they're doing and some are doing it. Like, there are two different things. Like, Rerun. They know how to...
That's a business, though. That's
different. They got a building or not. Like, you can be a business and not have a building. Like, they know what they're doing. Like, I feel like they got their stuff in order. I don't know their tax situation, but I feel like they got their stuff in order. Now, like, somebody goofy like Pound for Pound, I wouldn't think they would have. You know what I mean? Now...
I'm not even talking about someone who has a business.
But like,
I'm
even
talking about...
old Joe on Twitter who got... I got 18 pairs of Yeezy foam runners. I don't think he know what he doing with his taxes
Probably
and stuff
not.
like
That's
that.
my point.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm talking about people who are resellers who have no idea. They just see it as a quick
Make money,
making
make a buck.
scheme
Yeah,
or whatever. Because I mean, like I said, there are some people that sell over $1 million in product a year on StockX. There are people who do. There's YouTube videos about this, like. Say you get like a chunk of money from your parents, or you just have a chunk of money to invest or whatever. People are buying. I told you about it at one point. Like buy like 20 pairs of whatever, hold them for 6 months and sell them, and then you buy the next thing. There's people that do that are completely unprepared for what's going to happen. I mean, like I was saying, they're imbeciles. I'm trying to be mean. I'm just being honest. Like and I think the percentage of people who are imbeciles is higher than the percentage of people who aren't imbeciles
100%.
on StockX, GOAT, and all those. So yeah, the people are not going to be prepared for this.
No, not at all. And it's going to catch everybody by surprise.
The angle that you brought up is different. I never thought about that. I guess that's a good point. In my opinion, and I understand why the IRS wants a cut. Clearly, as a seller, I think is ridiculous. But that's just because
$2 billion industry. Sneaker reselling's $2 billion industry right now. Yeah, the IRS wants a chunk of that.
I don't know why they didn't. I didn't know why it happened so late.
The reality of it, though, is like if people do it correctly, they probably won't end up paying any taxes to begin with, because if you spend X amount, like for me, for example, on cards, I've spent way more than I've sold to this point. Now, I have cards coming in that are graded, and eventually when all that stuff sells, I'll end up making a ton of money. I'll be in the black, like thousands of dollars. But right now, I'm in the red. So if you do your tax structure correctly, you're not going to pay any taxes when you're losing money. I mean, that's just reality.
Yeah. You got to let the
But
IRS know, look, I paid $220 for these and sold them for $320. So, I mean, that's only $100.
Right. Yeah, they think they're going to collect taxes on the whole thing, and if people do set up their business correctly, they're not going to collect much at all.
I remember one year I sold so much on eBay that I was nervous about taxes, but it was nowhere near like
I think I got an email already from PayPal saying like sign up for your new whatever the new tax ID.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
They want to get your social security number and all that other nonsense. I've gotten all those emails as well. It's like, all right, well, I'll just have to like be super careful in 2022 as to what I'm getting rid of and when and how.
All my stuff is going to be funneled through Sneakers LLC.
You know, like,
I'm just telling you, like,
yeah, let's
you
do
got
it.
the accountant for that, right? I'll save all the receipts.
You go have a chit chat with her, have a sit. You talking about the sneakers. I mean, I wasn't gonna talk about this, but like, shout out to Jay Shanghai Show. That's our international correspondent. And he got reposted on a bunch of sites, about posting pictures of sneakers sitting in China and stuff like that. And you brought it up right now. And I wasn't going to talk about this because I do want to get on the podcast again. Yes, Jay, I do want to get you on the podcast again. Relax, fam. But, do you seen them, right? The pictures, like,
I was one of the people getting on Google Flights, like, okay, well, how cheap can I get over to China? And then I just started running through, like, but then I got to get them back, and that's going to cost me.
That's going to cost a grip.
I'm not going to make anything.
What was this for?
Like all the sneakers that sit in China, everything.
There were
what Jay said.
Looking on
sitting
flights
in China, yeah, like just literally sitting there. I mean, like I'll go just about anywhere on the planet for a sneaker con. And so, what's the difference of just going over to China, hanging out, grabbing some sneakers, but I got to ship them back. How much is that going to cost? What am I really going to get? Am I going to get all the way out there?
So you were actually going to go? You weren't going to have somebody do this for you?
No, I would actually just go to China. A passport ready to go.
Well, I mean, I got a passport. I'm not trying to spend the money on that.
It's an adventure. Like, that's...
How do you feel about
sneakers? You end up getting stuck like in a COVID tent or something.
I know you brought it up. Yeah, that's the problem, though. That's the problem.
Put in a
they'll put you.
I had a friend who she recently moved to San Francisco, but I had a friend who lived in China for like 10 years, and all the stories about how seriously they take COVID. She lived in Hong Kong, so let me be clear about that. Not China proper, Hong Kong. They have different rules.
Yeah.
The British had essentially a lease on Hong Kong forever. It expired a while ago, but there was like a buffer or whatever you want to call it.
10 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. So technically, they have their own government still to this day. China has not officially taken over full control of Hong Kong, whatever. But she would explain, like, when you fly in, I think she flew in, they question you, and she didn't realize, like, she was like, oh, I'm like, my arm hurts or I have a sore throat or whatever. And they take that as like, you might have COVID. So they literally made her sit in the airport overnight, like in this quarantine area for 12 hours, gave her the COVID test, sent her to the hospital for like a couple days or something, made her go to the hospital for a couple days, got the test at the hospital. And then once the hospital discharged her, then she still had to do like 2 weeks in a hotel room.
Yeah, they do that.
In quarantine.
Yeah, they don't.
Jay has to do that.
Did you see they wouldn't let people out of Disneyland Tokyo or whatever for like 8.5, 10 hours, something like that, while they tested everybody?
And then one person...
Japanese culture is different, though. I mean, that they're not quite... we're talking about, I don't want to call China communist, but pretty much they still are. I mean,
it was one of the Disneylands over there. I couldn't remember if it was Tokyo or if it was China's Disneyland, but yeah, they take it serious.
Like, they had just...
All you had to do was say, like, no, I'm not sick, and then she wouldn't have had to go through all... Like, they still test you, but...
When we left Paris, it was, I mean, at least a good 40, 50 Chinese people, and I'm not, like, joking, like... They just had a lot of stuff on. They had legit hazmat suits on. Like, I took a picture of it.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
And like, I'm talking like
all the Asian cultures are different. They wear
like,
masks.
Holy crap!
Normally,
yeah, they've been wearing masks.
Wearing masks.
But I was like, man, that's crazy. But like, I mean, even with what you said with with her, like Jay said, he had to go through that. He stayed in a hotel for a long time. When they came to Taiwan, there was a lot of things that he talked about. Now, do you like sneakers sitting
yes.
like that? Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Love it. Because, I have been doing this since 86, 87. I have been into sneakers for a while. And the biggest complaint that me and my friends and anybody I ever talk to is just, listen, why can't I just get a pair of what I want because I've been a fan of the Jordan 6 or the SB or whatever for the longest time? So if more sneakers are sitting, that means fewer people are reselling. And if fewer people are reselling, then maybe we will all have a chance to just go, yeah, I like those. I'm going to walk into my local Foot Locker or whatever and pick it up day 1, day 2, because it's the playoff 6. And I've always wanted a pair of those.
Look, I've gotten into this a lot. Now, why they're sitting in China, that's probably best for Jay to say. I do think that... we talked about it before on this podcast, and I said I think China's legit, like, rerouted their values. They're just like, okay, this was cool. Like, I think they're from that culture of, like, where they can be into something and then not be in something and revalue their thought process in things. Like
things in China are minimalist in general. Like you're allowed one child. I mean, you can't have 2 kids. I mean, that's so
like, things like that, I feel like, their culture wise has impacted their decisions on things like that of anymore.
Sure.
Now, I'm 50-50 on it because you know what, we, like you said, since the 80s, me and George doing it since the 80s too, like forever. So like we saw that like peak and then that like dip and then like a peak and then like a super dip, and I'm talking about like when like sneaker events used to be cracking, like they didn't even happening anymore. Where like Jordan 4s were like $79 at the Just for Feed. The eBay magazines had like flu games for $99, like where it was just like that. And it really wasn't I don't want to say it was a culture anymore. Now, do I hate this culture? Regardless of how you are sneaker-wise, it's a hype culture. It's a look what I got type thing. And I like that still. Like, that's a part of it to me. Regardless of, like, how many L's I might take, when you get that W, you know you got a W that somebody got an L. Sucks to think that way. It does. But it's like I know when I pull up on a block with something that everybody took an L on, ooh, Greg got him.
Oh, you got those?
That's how it is. That's how it is.
Yeah.
And there's
that's a huge part of it.
There is no worse feeling when like all the homies got them and you didn't. Like, there's nothing worse than that. I don't care. Oh, don't even do that. I don't care what nobody said.
What shoe are you talking about? I'm not upset that you and like Andy or whoever got that.
But remember that time? Look, let me tell you something. When we went to Undefeated,
listen, if you got 8 Concords and I got 0, okay, that's different.
No.
But you got 1 and I don't got it.
I got 8 Concords and you got 0, and I didn't even slide the homies. I got a problem.
All right, well, that's not the point I'm making. I'm just saying.
Now, when we went to Undefeated up there just to make fun of everybody, and then we just stepped in line and got all these Yeezys for retail, out, and then we went to pound for pound afterwards. It was like, yeah, we got all these Yeezys. We had all these Yeezys, Air Force Ones. Cats in there was sad. The cats in there were like, oh, congrats, y'all, congrats. They were sad. That's facts.
Their
I know
opening
it.
day sale or whatever.
Fact,
Undefeated?
fam,
I think that's just more FOMO than anything else. That's like you missed out, fear of missing out.
I guess that may be the best, but still, like when a text thread, 3 of the 5 homies got Union 4s, and you like, dang, like what them joys look like in hand.
But for you, is it the FOMO of missing the shoe or the FOMO of making the money? I mean,
I kept
people, it's
I
FOMO
kept
of
the
money.
Yeezy and sold the Air Force One high that I got from that day.
I don't want to lose the awesomeness of sneakers because they're sitting. Like, to me, Lightning 4s is a prime example. For some odd reason, Lightning 4s just ain't like what we thought. You know what I mean?
What you thought?
Oh, no. I think a lot of
Who
people.
is we?
Look,
I think just about everybody, before they re-released the Lightning 4, like, oh, you got a pair of Lightning. I gotta have.
Oh my
because
God.
they were released in this
Right.
like clandestine Thursday afternoon.
Oh, you talking about the first release?
the original
Okay.
release. Yeah, it was just this like out of the blue release.
I thought you were talking about right now.
Lightnings at SneakerCon were retail on pretty much most tables.
And
Yeah,
please,
that's
Nike,
fine.
please bring those back.
They still
Please
sold out.
retro those.
No, they did. But like, even the shoe itself, and this is us just knowing how long we've been in the game, the shoe retroed about, 17, 20 years too late? Like, that sneaker came out when I was in, I can't even remember, like first year of college?
Probably 04 maybe?
Senior high school? I don't even know what it
Something
was.
like that. And
so, yeah.
everybody had like, oh, it was just the most mind-blowing you had ever
and this
seen.
is when the internet didn't work how it was. Like, that stuff came out on Jumpman 23 or whatever that website was back then.
Right, their first Jordan website.
Yeah, so like, me, when I see sneakers sit, it does make me look at it like, you know what it does? It makes me say like, okay, well, it's sitting, I'll come back later. Like, oh, should I say I'll come back later? 220? Nah. When it's 187, I'll be back. You know what I mean?
Bluebird 5s for 220? No, I don't need those at 220. But you show me Bluebirds at an outlet? Okay.
Yeah, but that might happen anyway.
But that's probably going to happen anyway. But like, in general, I think shoe sitting is a good thing because we shouldn't be buying up Joker 3s. Remember when those came out and people were reselling those for insane numbers? Like, that is not
I
a
already
shoe
saw-
that should be resold for $300.
Yeah, no one should care, but that doesn't matter to me.
That's the thing that
was
should
the height
happen.
of resale. Like, no way.
That's what should happen. It's not that all of them should sit. Some of them should sit. All right, like some of these Yeezys, they should sit. They're pretty similar, all of them. Pine Green 3, that should sit.
Probably.
To me, a Biohack 1 should sit. I might even go through. Now, you know what? I can't say Mocha 1 because Travis Scott ones made that a little bit more. But there are a lot of Jordans where you're like, that should sit. Red 5s, Raging Bull 5s, those should essentially sit. All right, like there are certain things that now a Mocha 1 fly,
Wait,
cool.
nah.
It should because that's another sneaker. Now Fire Hand,
but
like, I was like, yo,
yeah,
like,
but it's
them joints retro nice.
Jokers, yes. That shoe, no, because it's anticipated. It already came out. It's got suede. It's different.
Eraser Blue 3, that should sit.
Yeah, a new
Eraser
Jordan
Blue
colorway
4.
that's not great. Yes, that's fine.
I think
It's
the
just
Raging Bull should have sat for a little bit, not a not.
It always depends on it. Number one, it always depends on production. I mean, if production numbers are low,
Yeah, of course.
it ain't sitting.
I mean, that's how it
Production
always.
numbers are high. You know, I can see it.
But like this
with that shoe, I'm not
Loyalty
surprised.
12 that's coming out, that should sit. It's
does it look
not.
like?
I mean, isn't that just basically a taxi?
It looks like a taxi, but it's got like a little.
It's got a gold
something to
Jumpman
it.
thing on the side.
Like that's the thing.
It's a taxi.
Honestly, these maybe should have sat a tad.
It's a collab. Collab's not going to sit.
I don't know why I said that. You're right, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Like,
You're just saying that because it's a. Now, if we knew they were making 4 colorways up front, that's why prices have come down so much.
Of course.
Because people found out it's not a one-time thing. That always happens. Every single time a collab comes out, and then, or like, not even a collab, just a new shoe. React 87s, when those first 2 colorways came out, black and cream.
oh yeah, that was crazy.
The see-through one.
Yeah.
Nuts. Prices $500, $600. Then people realize, oh, they're just going to keep making them, which, duh, it's manufacturing. Like, if you're not buying a collab, like Off-Whites, for example, it was pretty much a guarantee, even though they can make other stuff, that the first 10, you're not making anything ever again that's similar. You know what I mean? Like, that's why those stayed high. even though he continues to make off-white shoes. He made 3 Jordan 1s. They're all still high. It's because they're so different from one another. But that one right there was just a different color. I mean, I think that's part of the reason why prices do that. And maybe they made more of those and they made off-white or whatever. But like I said, Joker 3s definitely should sit because it sucks. It's not even that it's just Jordan 3, but it sucks.
But they sold out instantly, and they were
Stealth
reselling
3s,
for crazy.
yeah, Stealth 3s should sit.
Same.
Stealth 5s sit. But like Raging Bull 5s, they ain't sitting, and it's not surprising me. They could have made 1 million pairs. And it would sell
you're right. I mean, it might be a good example, but like a lot of these Jordan 1 lows, 11 lows, they should sit. Like there's a lot of things, you know.
Ooh, no, 11 lows.
I'm okay with them.
That's my shoe, though.
I wish Jordan 1 OG lows would sit because then I would just go buy them all. But
of course, I mean we did. That's pretty much what happened.
It's different now.
I mean, when we got Jordan 65, but we were buying them joints for pennies on the dollar. You know, but so like that's why the thing is, it's like, you know, it looks amazing to see things that fly sitting on a shelf. Like, whoa, look at that Lightning, look at that 5, look at that 1, look at that like Yeezy, all the Yeezys. Like even the Yeezy that has like the claw hand, the little sock one. I don't know what number it is.
Oh, the 450.
Yeah, 450. Like even that's sitting on the shelves over there. Like it's like, okay, no one wanted this. Like, you know,
Well, I mean, look at that shoe, though.
okay.
Like,
It's all right, man. I like it. The problem is it's too much money. It's a walk, go to the grocery store type shoe, man. You know, you go to a little pool party, you throw it on your foot. Like it ain't like, you know, to do nothing in. My thing is when sneaker prices are so high and you can't do nothing. Like you can't hoop in it, you can't run in it, you can't fight in it, you can't do nothing in it.
Can't fight it.
And you maybe could fight in that, but. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. Like, I get it, the cool thing. Like, man, maybe the culture is coming back. Well, you know what? When no one cares about it like they do right now, that means there's less sneaker events. That means there's less, you know, social media looks a little different. You know, all people that care about their likes and care about their interactions, that looks a little different when, like, you post your Lightnings when they fly off shelves and you post them versus when like them joints just down the street at Dick's Sporting Goods. Like it's a little different.
it's different, but that doesn't matter to me. I'm still gonna buy the shoes. I'm still gonna love to put the outfits together and
we
rock,
did it.
You know, the whole thing. Like
We did it in peaks. Like
know.
we did it. Even then they'll drop them dips. We did it.
Yeah,
you
my
know,
love for that is not gonna change ever.
it's not
I'll be
like
65, still camping out, trying to.
no, you won't. No, you don't.
On the internet,
No
setting
way.
alarms. Absolutely.
No way. Now,
Absolutely.
I setting alarm. I haven't set an alarm for a release. I can't remember the last time. It's been a while. My body's kind of naturally just wakes up now. Hopefully, sometimes if I really want it, the sneakers notification might wake me up. I'm thinking, but I don't know. It hasn't been nothing in a minute. Now these Saquons, I like releases during the middle of the week because I'm at work at by 4:30 a.m. So like. I ain't missing that unless I'm doing some chit-chatting or making some breakfast or something, whatever. So, anyways, like I said,
I don't think anything desirable has come out on a Saturday in a long time. Normally, they just save the like retro, like the green. What was the
Green fives, green threes?
What was that?
Yeah,
What was that called?
pine
You talked
green.
about it.
Pine greens, yeah.
Like stuff like that has been what's coming out on Saturday, and then during the week is when like that'll release Pattas or some dunk like
The
SB
blue ones will
dunk
be
that
on
somebody wants.
Thursday, yeah.
The craziest thing, every time we talk about sneakers, like as many things as I've hit on there recently, I don't think I've ever won an SB dunk on sneakers. The only one was the one we got access
Metacom?
to. That's it.
Only one I got was Clivers last year.
And Metacom.
And well, that was exclusive access.
right.
But like I'm talking about like hit the thing, draw, win.
Oh,
I think the only one was Clivers. So I gotta remember I got those. I could wear those during December. So read that real quick. Let's pay some bills, B.
Did you use Stat Hero last weekend?
I did, and Kyler Murray screwed me over.
That's as much as you're gonna get.
The only reason why I actually lasted as long as I did in the Stat Hero one because their quarterback was Aaron Rodgers. He didn't do like that phenomenal
Right.
in that game, so it was like it balanced out. But like,
A game the Cardinals should have won.
yeah,
Well, yeah, they had the ball at the 6-yard line or whatever,
yeah.
5-yard line.
Managing
or
it just
know.
didn't turn around. Like,
Right.
how do you get into the end zone?
yeah,
without
and they
turning around?
showed him like clearly he thought it was a run play. Like they showed him looking at the big board. He's blocking. He's looking at the big board. So like he didn't even know. And I was like, dang, he was looking at the board. But you know what? That was the only thing.
Whatever.
With that, yeah. And I didn't bet a lot this week.
I mean, I'm just if you're inside the 5-yard line, first and goal, you should win the game. And you're only down. What was it? They were down 3.
3.
3.
Yeah. So you should win the game.
They should have.
You got a top 3 offense. You got the favor for MVP. You should win the game.
It's the worst when
I didn't watch the end, so I can't comment on it. But somebody texted me and said Kyler looked like he was like spacey, like maybe he had a concussion or something. The entire drive, he looked weird.
He got knocked down pretty hard. He's still day to day, I think.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, he got kind of shook up out there. So,
well, I won money on Kyler Murray under rushing because he hadn't been running the ball in like 3-4 weeks in a row.
But see, you know what that happens with him? He does a lot of like really good running for a while, then he kind of slows it down a bit, like in the middle.
Well,
of the
he
year.
doesn't. So he's not. Not to get away from this right here, but he's not. There's a difference between like Jalen Hurts and him. If you look at Jalen Hurts, he runs 9 to 10 times a game for 50, 60 yards a game. Like I've won bets with Jalen Hurts too for rushing. But you look at Kyler, the first 2 weeks of the season, I think he had like 8 yards rushing and 26 or something. And since then, it's all been like single digits. Now against Green Bay, he actually ran more than he had in any of the other games in the last 4 or 5, which, I was a little paranoid about that near the end. I was like, don't run. Because I had the under on his rushing, but it was weird.
Do it. That's why I can't. You know what? I can't. Go ahead. I want to step in it.
No one plays daily fantasy sports to lose. Winning feels so much better. So much better. But traditional fantasy sports are a long-term losing proposition because you never know who or what you're up against. Stat Hero is the first of its kind daily fantasy sports platform where it's you versus the house in head-to-head fantasy matchups, winner take all. And here's the crazy part. Stat Hero shows you their lineups before you play, and you handpick the team you want to face them one-on-one. The never-before-seen innovation of fantasy sports and sports betting hybrid has Stat Hero players checking odds that are over 4 times better. Clocking odds, that are over 4 times better. Why? Because you don't have to compete against thousands of experts or unknowns. Stat Hero puts you in control of your fate. With Stat Hero, you are in control of the stakes. You decide how much you're going to play for, and Stat Hero has no choice but to take it because they're daring you to beat them. Stat Hero head-to-head is what daily fantasy should be, one-on-one. What else happened in your matchup? Anything else? Any other close, like this wide receiver did this or this happened?
No, they all was whack. So, I mean, that was it. I mean, I didn't lose by a lot because it wasn't like the Packers. I mean, he had Rodgers, he had Devontae Adams, obviously, and he had running back Jones.
Oh, I thought Devontae Adams was out.
Was he out that game? Maybe they didn't have Adams. Oh, yeah, Adams.
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
You must be talking about 2 weeks ago.
And
he had COVID.
And I had Kyler Murray and I had Hop, who ended up, that was what messed me up.
Yeah, he ended up getting hurt.
So that's the best part. Not the best part, but like when you do the fantasy lineup thing, like you could either benefit from like,
well, don't pick Derrick Henry the rest of the season.
Right, like you could be like, oh shoot, like if like one of their players, Aaron Rodgers, gets hurt and sits out, it's like, okay, well that's it. Like I'm gonna win if Kyler Murray upholds his thing and like the backup doesn't come out there and ball out and the other 2 players that they have in a lineup. So like I have won before while playing, and then like Julio Jones gets out, he's hurt, he's out the game. It's like, well, I won that one, so I won like $25, $50. So that is a benefit to that. Just sorry, real quick, the Staple Mosh collaboration.
I think Dave had inboxed me about that. So as long as they
like a fly ease,
as long as they,
no, it's his Mosh sneaker.
As long as they color block it like the New Balance, it'll be fire regardless of. I'm sure he won't mess it up. Sign up for free right now at stathero.com/sneakerdis and use promo code sneakerdis for 100% deposit match. That's stathero.com/sneakerdis, promo code sneakerdis for 100% match. stathero.com/sneakerdis, promo code sneakerdis, SNEAKERDISS. Terms and conditions do apply.
Play against the house, man. It's an easy way to win. Like I said, you pick 3 players against their 3 players. One of their 3 players get hurt.
Oh, is there different things like 3, 5, 7 or something like that? Or
yeah, 3, 5, 7, 6. It goes up pretty high. But like for the NBA ones, it's typically a little bit higher. So like tonight, like if you look at the Suns lineup, it's like one of their lineups for us that here right now is Booker, Graham on the Pelicans. Valanciunas.
Graham.
Yeah, Devontae Graham and Jonas Valanciunas.
Cats
Whatever.
been balling lately, but what's the name been out?
Who?
Ingram's been out. Obviously,
He's tonight, though.
Zion's not. No, he's out.
Oh, he is? Oh,
Zion's
okay.
9,000 pounds right now, and then Ingram's out, and Aiden's out tonight too.
Oh, okay. So I was like, dang, see, if you play against that lineup, you just put Aiden because Aiden is leading the Suns.
Valanciunas had, like, the other night, I think I hit the under. And it was a pro play anyways, even if Ingram was playing, but Ingram was out, and Valanciunas had like 32 and 12 or something, and basically single-handedly beat my under by himself.
He's been doing a lot of rebounding too, Valanciunas. I think he's averaging like 15.
The crazy part is Memphis is playing better without him. Like, I read a lot of stuff about Memphis trading him or whatever, and it was like it opened up because Memphis still has what's the name out, Oregon man, I forgot his name,
which is crazy because
but Memphis has John Morant. Like, but that's
but he was
like that's really all.
He was never really a believer of Ja, and then Ja has some games.
No. Yes, I was, but he wasn't living up to what we believed. I did not believe in him. I was like, I said, John Morant looking a little funny out here now. I said he may not be as good as we thought.
His first game rookie
that's the
year,
same thing. You didn't believe in him. Same thing.
No.
I didn't say from the very beginning. I said you didn't believe in him, and you did say maybe he's not as good as you think he is. So
he's
you
averaging
believe
35 a game right now. He's balling.
Well, he was. I don't know if it's still that high, but apparently it changed their. I think they won a game tonight. On the road or last night, they beat like one of the teams that we would expect to be a better team in the league. Maybe it was tonight. Let me see.
Oh, sure. Don't know if y'all even looked at this or not, but somebody asked me our thoughts on the 75 NBA players list. Don't know if anybody looked at it, thought about it, any snubs or whatever. I know me and George talked about it at lunch on Friday. Any snubs? It was last night. Anybody you thought shouldn't have been on there?
I mean, everybody's saying like Kyrie should have made it, and I don't think he should have made it. I don't think it was a snub. I just don't think he is 75 best. I don't buy statistically. I don't buy it. I mean,
do you think Westbrook should have?
Yeah, okay. I buy Westbrook.
Okay, I
mean, he is top 10 all time.
In what?
He
shouldn't have made it to me, but you already know my stance on that matter. So
he's like, I mean, look, I think the average,
but like triple doubles, he's
okay.
He's all-time leader, I believe, at this point. Like, you've got enough of a case to put Westbrook in there. I think a snub would have been Dwight Howard.
He got snubbed.
I think Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili.
I don't know about Ginobili, but I really think Tony Parker got snubbed.
Tony Parker totally got snubbed. I am not a Spurs fan at all.
No, nobody in Arizona really is.
But Tony Parker's absolutely snubbed, and I would put him in before I put Kyrie in.
I thought Dame shouldn't have been in there yet. Like, I think people get mixed up with, like, man, he's incredible versus really thinking about it. Top 75 ever? Like, Dame already? Now, I did think Anthony Davis got in too early. Then I looked at his, like, numbers and achievements. I was like, yo, like, he's, like...
Well, he's been in the league a lot longer than people
good
realize.
Lord, I was like, his stuff was crazy, but definitely Dwight Howard snubbed. I looked at his stuff. I was like, yo, another person that I thought... maybe got snubbed, but
Dwight Howard is not one of the best 75 players.
You gotta look. You look at his stuff, his achievements and stuff. I'm like, holy crap! Like,
man, you're talking about years in the league when there was no other centers that were relevant.
That doesn't matter. You can't make that argument with Dwight Howard now and then be okay with Bill Russell.
If you're talking about, what are you talking about? The game was completely different. You're talking about an era where there was no one to challenge him for All-Star games, no one to challenge him for All NBAs. If that's what you're talking about like his credentials,
it's irrelevant whether you could get challenged or not, and you got it. Who cares? You got it. Like,
what are you talking about? Yes, that's relevant.
So then, like, if I earn that, I get it. And it's like, well, and there was no more Shaqs in them. What does that make a difference?
How do you earn it if there's no one in the league that exists that can challenge you? You're just a center. You up against other centers, not everybody.
Then take out Will Chamberlain, take out Bill Russell, take out all them cats. Then they shouldn't be in it. Then they out there playing against like kids' stepdads and stuff. They weren't out there playing against Shaq and all them. What are you talking about? Like,
you're talking about people who average 50 points and 30 rebounds a game for an entire season. Like, what are you talking about?
Who was going to stop somebody? Who was going to stop them from averaging 50 points back then? That's the same argument.
It's not the same argument. You're talking about someone who averaged, 18 and 12 versus someone who averaged 50 and 30.
Hold on.
That's not the same argument.
Dwight Howard, Olympic gold medal, NBA champion, three-time Defensive Player of the Year, 8-time All-Star, 8-time eight-time combined first, second, and third team All-NBA.
Okay. So that says top 75 player of all time to you?
5 NBA All-Defensive first team selections. 1 second team defensive team selection.
That says top 75 player of all time.
That's a dominant player.
Mm-hmm. Dominant player?
The defensive numbers is what?
So is Rudy Gobert top 75 player of all time?
4 years, 5 years.
Does Rudy Gobert have
Rudy
those
Gobert.
stats?
Rudy Gobert is a better defensive player than Dwight Howard. Not even close.
Now, if you want to argue somebody who really hasn't had nobody to battle against for the center position, it's kind of him. Now, Ben Wallace is
He's in the same. He's literally in the same division with Jokic. What are you talking about?
Ben Wallace numbers and stuff and accolades and stuff might blow Dwight out the water. Well, people don't even talk about that. You said Dennis Rodman didn't belong in it.
No. I said Scottie Pippen, or somebody said Dennis Rodman didn't belong in it because all they did was rebound. I didn't say that.
When we were at lunch, you said Dennis Rodman, and I was like, you said he's the greatest rebounder of all time, but top 75. I'm like, if you're the greatest of all time, you should be in the top 75.
That's one thing. Someone else said that.
Whoa.
Dennis Rodman, or Scottie Pippen, or somebody.
Yeah, but like his defensive stuff is insane. His achievements in that.
He's talking about
category.
the best 75 players of all time.
And a 4-time NBA champion.
Yeah, and if you're going to take out somebody that's only good at one thing, you got to take out John Stockton. Way ahead in assists on everybody else.
But he's all-time in steals and assists. All-time.
But, I mean, did he score a ton of points? He was really, really good.
John Stockton was really good.
He's good player.
To me, top
Don't
3-pointer
get me
of all
wrong.
time.
But assist-wise, John Stockton
But should
is
Nash
head
be
and
in there?
shoulders.
Should Nash?
Should Steve Nash be in? Yes, he should be in there.
Okay. Well, you can never argue John Stockton.
I'm not trying to argue John Stockton.
Now, Melo, I had a small issue with, but he's in the top 10 of scoring all time. I don't know if you can't.
He's probably also very close to top 25s or 30s in rebounding as well.
Maybe. I will say Reggie Miller. I mean, I love Reggie Miller, provided great basketball. But you look at his like stuff, you'd be like, that's it? Like 4-time All-Star, like 1-time first team.
Different era.
Fan.
You comparing stuff that listen,
Then you know
if
what?
you're gonna make
Then
that
the biggest
comparison,
issue
you have to go back and see who they were up against for those awards.
Oh, I know that. You're up against Jordan. I get it.
Yeah, so you're talking about Dwight Howard has all this stuff, and you're not even talking about the competition for that award. Like if the competition was nothing, those things are meaningless.
That's debatable.
No, it's not debatable.
It's not. You still got it. Like, it wasn't like they were like, well, since nobody else is good enough, here you go. Like,
yeah, that's exactly why. I mean, it's by default. They don't listen when you do all
lead
NBA.
the league in blocks, lead the league in rebound, lead the league and stuff. You still have to do it.
No, you don't, because they default to 3 positions. There's 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center. If there's no other center in the league and you're forced to put a center on there, was Dwight Howard one of the best 5 players in the league the years he was in the league? No. Or in his conference? No. You could put another forward on the All-Star team or put another forward on the All-NBA
So
team.
then name the
That's
centers that were
absurd.
better than him during his career.
No, but that's the point. You don't. If there's no one else in competition with you, someone being better than you, the bar is low. It does.
Right, I get what you're saying.
Rudy Gobert is a better defensive player right now than Dwight Howard ever was, and you wouldn't say Rudy Gobert is like some fantastic player. I mean,
he might make the NBA 100 list in 25 years.
Rudy Gobert ain't making no NBA 100 list.
I mean, I could see that if he keeps up with this.
If the way you're describing him, I don't see why not.
If he keeps it up,
Why?
he keeps playing.
I don't agree. I don't think so. But the way you're talking about him, like, do you think Dwight is top 100?
No. For what?
I think you're being a little disrespectful to Dwight Howard for now.
I mean,
Now, look,
When you look at the NBA and you talk about people who affect the basketball game, winning a championship, he is not somebody I think of who is affecting the game enough to be a champion. You talk about Giannis, absolutely. You talk about LeBron, duh. You talk about people who are affecting the outcome of the game. So, I mean, I can look right now because, I like doing stats. I guarantee you he's not anywhere near the top 75 on, like, win shares per 48 minutes, value over replacement player, any of those statistics I talk about. I could be wrong, but I can look it up if you want.
now,
And neither is Russell Westbrook, to be honest.
yeah, okay. I think there's quite a few other players that might be in there that don't qualify for what you're saying right now as well. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we had the conversation. Clay had no business being in there. I don't know why he's mad.
I don't know why Clay thought that. Now, I think Clay is phenomenal. He's probably the second greatest shooter of all time, maybe. Him, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, and Curry, obviously. I think Tracy McGrady might be a little bit snubbed.
Tracy McGrady's ceiling is higher maybe than any NBA player of all time. The problem is he was injured.
But the thing is, to me, is like, I don't understand how you can exclude. He's in the Hall of Fame already.
Who?
Tracy McGrady. He's a Hall of Famer, and you don't have him in the top 75.
I didn't say I wouldn't put him in mine.
No, I'm not telling you why. I'm talking about NBA wise. I was like, how do you not put the Hall of Fame? You put a bunch of non-Hall of Famers in who are currently playing. I think Tracy McGrady should have made it over Dame Lillard.
Just to kind of put it to rest, Dwight Howard is currently 8th in offensive rebounds all time and 4th in defensive rebounds all time. How do you?
I already said I wouldn't put Rodman in, and I'm sure Rodman's the one in both of those.
You look at Rodman's stuff, you'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, from college.
Just stop it. You don't even know what college you went to.
Central Arkansas. Look it up. It might be.
I think he went there after. Did he go JUCO first?
Dennis Rodman averaged about 25 points a game scoring in college. I shouldn't say nobody. Most people don't realize that.
Let me see this. Dennis Rodman, hold on, let me read this off. Dennis Rodman, 5-time NBA champion, 2-time All-Star, 2-time All-Third Team, 2-time NBA Defensive Player, 7-time NBA First Team, NBA Defensive Second Team, 7-time Rebound Champion. Huh? Good Lord.
What's your point?
He belongs in the top 75.
Not to me.
7-time NBA rebound champion at his size, all defensive team second, once seven-time NBA defensive first team.
The play hard,
second
number one player of all time for playing hard.
Second, 2-time NBA defensive player of the year, 5-time champion. No, is that enough? Not enough.
Are you telling me? Are you giving me the championship statistics because you think he was a main cog in winning the championship? He doesn't win any of those championships without David Robinson, Sean Elliott, Michael Jordan, Pippen. He wins none of those.
But maybe they don't win those without him.
That's a maybe. But the other one's a definite. That's the difference.
Maybe.
It's a definite. That he doesn't win a championship without Michael Jordan, Pippen, David Robinson.
His Rodman defensive numbers and stuff is wild.
Okay, so all defensive team of all time.
And he's the greatest.
You're talking about the 75 best players to play the sport ever.
I stand by it. I'm with him. For sure.
I'm sorry,
the
man.
best 75 people to ever bounce a basketball. Dennis Rodman's one of the best 75 ever to bounce a basketball. Really?
I'm putting him in the lower end of the 75. I mean, he's in the 60 plus. But yeah.
Fam, Dikembe Mutombo wasn't even in it, and his defensive numbers are crazy.
That's another.
Now, would you say Dikembe over Dwight?
I have no idea. I need to look at the numbers.
Eras and defensive player and centers and all the stuff you argue with Dwight. Does Dikembe make that qualification due to his era prior to Dwight?
I'm not making only an era argument. I'm saying when you say things like All NBA, All Star, fam, if you don't have no competition for the spot, that's by default. That's not an era argument in terms of him not being good. That's an era argument for the accolades that are just being voted on. That's different.
Dikembe stuff is crazy.
Dwight Howard averaged 16 and 12 for his career and 1.8 blocks. I'm sorry, man. That's not a top 75 player, man.
That's due to the amount of years he's played and just a decline and not keeping his average.
Looking at his advanced statistics too.
If you look at Vince Carter's numbers right now, I think it says he's averaged 13 for his career. We know Vince Carter was balling for a long time.
But you could also look at his advanced statistics and it's different.
Let's do NFL picks so we can do our top 10.
Dwight Howard's highest VORP of all time is 5.4. I bet you there's at least. So, what was the year? Was there less games last year? How many games were last year?
I think there were 10 fewer games.
Oh, yeah,
10 fewer? All right, I'm going to go.
For the year,
do what you got to do.
The year before last due to COVID or whatever.
NBA picks. No, you got to do NFL picks this week. I don't know what I did. He didn't tell me what we did last week, but I did awful. 100%. I think I may have got 2 games right. So.
No, you got. And going into the last game of the week, you had 6 and I had 8, so there was no way I could lose.
Well, the week before, I was 11-2 and you were 9-4. FYI.
I think you had 1, 2, or 3 weeks in a row.
I'm a champ.
Yes,
Well,
that's
let's
what
do
that
our
means.
NFL picks and then we do our top 10 list, fam, so we can go home.
No,
fam.
y'all talk about something else. I'm looking this up.
Oh, come do NFL picks. Let's go home.
Just talk about the NBA first so I can do this.
So, NBA, fam. What are you looking
The
up?
National Basketball Association.
So, your thoughts. I did think maybe Paul Pierce, maybe not, but Paul Pierce did ball out a lot, but I don't know, man. There was some that I looked up their stuff and I was like, I don't know about this.
Paul
Like,
Pierce is a Hall of Famer. I mean,
of
he may
course.
not
He's
be
Hall of Fame now.
75.
Yeah, I don't know if he's 70.
Well, he just got in this year. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Paul Pierce, questionable.
Questionable, but he was a clutch player. He is a champ. I thought maybe like Garnett. I was like, man, Garnett. I looked at Garnett stuff. Whoa,
maybe Garnett what? Not?
yeah,
Fam, Garnett is one
I
of the best
said,
power forwards of all time.
Whoa. I just said maybe. I just said let me go look at the numbers. The numbers was wild. I was like, oh my
Insanity.
god, come on, NFL teams, man, let's do this. I'm gonna go
No,
home.
you can talk about something else. I'm looking this
I don't
up.
care if you I don't care if Dwight Howard gets in or not.
You sure was on a rant about it.
Fam, I had 3 snubs down: Tracy McGrady, Dikembe Mutombo, Dwight Howard, and Ben Wallace. I thought those were some snubs. All right, that was it.
You
I
sure on a
thought
rant
Dwight
about
Howard, Tony Parker,
Tony Parker is another one.
maybe Manu Ginobili.
Tony Parker
but
is a top 5 point guard all time.
I just don't understand how you can put Tim Duncan in and not any of the other people that helped him win all those championships. I mean, they were dominant in the mid 2000s.
The only reason why I wouldn't put Mano was because he went to the bench, 6 man for like probably the last 5, 6 years. But Tony Parker,
yeah, should have made
that's
it.
a hard one, man.
it. Have to look at Tony
Should've
Parker's
been.
numbers first.
I know they got 4 championships. I think Tony Parker was
A
consistent.
lot of people got a lot of. Somebody you want to take off the list has 9 championships, I think. So,
yeah, he does.
Bill Russell.
But you look at Bill Russell's numbers, you be like, huh?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was like 18 and 12 for his career. They were better than Dwight Howard's, and he probably averaged about 9 blocks. Now, I understand he's blocking people who are 6'3".
He wasn't even jumping. He was like, go home.
He's still
done.
doing it.
He fought that
with
off.
an 8-peat. Man's got 13 championship rings.
Going like this, blocking 2.
Oh, yeah, maybe it is 13. I said 9, but yeah, that's probably right.
He's got I think 11 as a player and 2 as a coach.
Oh, all right.
They
well,
were
there you
shooting
go.
the ball and he would catch it.
Ah, right.
That's how it
Yes,
was.
international rules. He would just
They were
swat
doing
him out the
they
rim
were
and they would give him a
this. He
block.
was like this. He didn't even jump.
Thank you.
The block.
Outlet pass.
All right, George,
All right,
NFL
NFL
picks. So we
picks.
could do our top 10 and go home. B.
Greatest quarterback of all time, Mike White, leads the Jets into the Indianapolis to play the Colts on Thursday
I
night.
might pick Jets.
Colts are a 10-point favorite, 10 and a half.
Is that the game?
Thursday, yeah.
Oh, what is it? Jets Colts?
Oh my God!
I'm going
yes.
Jets.
Mike White, the greatest QB of all time.
I'm going Jets.
Jets.
Really?
Jets.
Because of
One, Wentz, I think his feelings are hurt. Boy, he did some weird stuff in that overtime. That pass out of the end zone, switching hands to your left hand, I get it.
that's when I sent that text.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just think they're kind of on a roll. Like they're starting to. Starting to click it up a
I
little
think they
bit.
might be really hyped right now. Something happening in Jersey.
Who did you pick to win that game last week? Before, did
Which
you pick
one?
Titans to win?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so the Colts literally led by 14. It should have been 24-7 at one point because the Colts intercepted the ball and then the man fumbled, falling down. So the Colts should have won the game.
Of course.
But you still think the Jets are going to beat the Colts?
I think so.
I think so too.
All right.
We'll see.
I can pick Colts. I mean, there ain't no way the Jets are winning that game.
All right. I would have thought that about Bengals.
Nah,
They're on the
Browns.
road. Bengals are on the road. Texans at Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 6.5.
I mean, you're talking two really god awful teams.
I hope they tie.
Davis Mills might be the worst quarterback in the NFL. But I mean, that's not saying much.
I'm going to go Dolphins, but they suck.
The Dolphins have been playing really, really well and
losing.
much better until last week. So last week, and it was the Bills on the road. But
I'm going to
like,
take Houston.
They might win. I wouldn't be
I
shocked.
mean, yeah.
Like,
I would be. They might win, but I would be shocked. Those sentences can go together.
I don't think we could be shocked about 2 1-7 teams playing each other. Like, I think it'd be like
Texans haven't won a game, have they? Oh, they have.
Yeah,
they won the very first game of the season.
Oh, that's right. When they had
Beat the Browns.
different QB. They didn't beat the Browns.
Wasn't that first game against the Browns? Tyron beat the Browns.
No,
Yeah, they did.
Browns started 3-0.
What else you got?
They beat the Jaguars, which
Oh, yeah.
Dolphins win. I mean, you think I'm picking Davis Mills to win on the road? You kidding me? We already know what your pick is on this, so we can skip you. Broncos at Cowboys.
Broncos.
He always does that whenever somebody picks against the Cowboys. It don't matter who the Cowboys are playing, he'll do that face.
Right.
He'll be
No,
like
this
Cowboys at like 2014 Patriots. He'll be like, what?
No. This year,
Trust me.
nobody's picking against the Cowboys.
Man, what you just seen a backup from like Central Michigan win a football game. You can relax.
Whoa. Now Sunday,
Nobody should pick against the Cowboys.
Sunday. I mean, hey, it was in Minnesota. You don't know what Vikings gonna get: 40-point Vikings or 0-point Vikings. You never know. Now, Cowboys winning that game, man. That was awesome. All right, but come on, Cowboys Broncos, stop it. Like, don't even do that.
I'm not.
I mean, especially after the
I
Broncos
didn't make a
just got
pick
rid
yet,
of
but
Von
you
Miller.
just said no one should pick against the Broncos or the Cowboys this season.
Not this season.
I mean, I
Fam.
dislike the Cowboys so much. I just have to pick
Hold on.
against them.
I said 14-3 for the season this year for the Cowboys. That was being generous. We might not lose another game the rest of the year. You look at our schedule. I looked at our schedule and I was like, wait a minute. We might not ever lose a
We
game.
play at the Chiefs in 2 weeks.
And what that got to do with anything? But you better stop talking about riding for these Chiefs. Boy, these Chiefs is whack.
They won yesterday, right?
I mean, please. Yeah, they beat Danny Dimes. All right.
So
did.
who's winning in 2 weeks?
Are you serious? Cowboys might score 1,000 on that defense. That's how good our offense is. Don't do that. I don't care if the score is 1,001 or 1,000. Somebody's scoring 1,000
You scored 20 points against the whack Vikings.
with our Cooper Rush. So don't do that.
But you just said
Don't
that
do
no
that.
one should pick against the Cowboys.
If Dak was playing that game, he might have had 500 yards passing. So don't do that.
What,
if
yesterday?
Dak is playing against the Chiefs, it don't even matter. Cooper Rush can play against the Chiefs. We scored 1,000 still. That Chiefs defense is one of the worst defenses I have ever seen. That's not even a joke. They make the Cowboys defense last year look like
No one
look
does.
like Baltimore Ravens. Ravens,
Cowboys,
08, whatever.
Cowboys are alone in that pantheon. Alone.
For now.
Don't do that.
For now.
Cowboys will forever be alone in that pantheon.
Who you picking, Cowboys or Broncos?
Broncos.
Man, stop, man.
No, pick your team.
Cowboys, December 2nd, Cowboys at Saints. Who's winning? Who you picking?
The Cowboys. The Saints is whack. What are you talking about?
Orleans.
Yo, quit! Don't go through the Cowboys schedule right now. What's that game?
January 2nd, Cowboys, Cardinals.
Cowboys. It's in Dallas.
Cardinals.
It's in Dallas.
I would pick Thunder
Why does that
High School
matter?
over Dallas Cowboys. like purely.
Nobody should pick against Dallas.
If there's a
this year.
game to lose, that would be
Man.
the one because we don't do well against running quarterbacks. That would be the one.
That would be the one. They're the best team in the league. What do you mean that would be the one? Of course it would be one of the losses.
We'll see how good they are after that Green Bay loss. Because, boy, the Cardinals, if somebody gets their feelings hurt after a loss when they play pretty good, it's the Cardinals.
They had a-
we
that
wouldn't
is
be
true.
shocked. We wouldn't be shocked.
They had a muff
Hold on,
punt at
hold
the
on.
2-yard
I
line
care. I don't
and another
care.
turnover at the
Don't do
14-yard
that.
line.
Don't start the outcome.
Man.
The outcome is win or loss. I don't care how it got there.
What?
That's it. They
You
lost.
talking about the mental state of the team like they got blown out. They lost because there was a turnover at the 2-yard line, the 14-yard line.
Let me tell you something. If
Stop
the-
it.
Hold on.
Super impressive stop right at the goal line, marched all the way down the field, and had my man AJ Green turned around, it would have been a W.
Let me tell you something.
A win
If the
win is a win, and a loss is a loss. But then you talking about psychologically, that's different.
If the Cardinals lose the next 6 in a row, we wouldn't be shocked.
Yes, you would. They're the
would
number
be
one
shocked.
team. They're the number 3 offense in the league and a number 7 defense in the league. If you wouldn't be shocked by them losing that many games in a row, you're an insane person.
All right. Go for it, fam.
Insane.
Go for it. Next game.
You're an
picking
insane
Cowboys,
person.
right?
Yes, man. They're a
Okay.
10-point favorite.
I need to hear you say
Broncos
it.
are terrible.
I need to hear you say it.
Can't believe I picked the Broncos to lose last week. They should have. I can't believe they won that game. As bad as Washington football team is, Taylor Heineken, fam, go back to Netherlands. I'm tired of you.
I picked Washington football team too that week.
Them cats will have 450 yards every week, and he'll have 7 turnovers.
I'm about to start calling them the Redskins again if they don't get their act together.
Deadskins.
Whatever. What you got?
Browns at Bengals. Bengals favored by 3.
Browns.
You might go 0 whatever this week, B. I'm going Bengals.
I got the Bengals. I don't trust the Browns.
are so whacked. I'm glad.
The dumbest thing I heard on talk radio today was, and you want to talk about a team, how do I want to word this? A TV show where them cats know, like Keyshawn understands football, but I don't think he watches it. Max Kellerman clearly doesn't watch football, and Jay Williams knows nothing about
knows nothing
football.
about football.
These cats said, should the Chiefs trade for OBJ? Yes, man. The spot that the Chiefs are one guy away from is a wide receiver, where they have more receivers than anyone.
They should have been getting Von Miller.
What? No, they should have been getting 7 offensive linemen because that's what they need.
Yes,
they need a brand new entire offensive line.
Should have got a defense.
No, they don't even. They're not even lacking there. If you could just get Pat Mahomes time like he had last year before all offensive linemen got hurt, they'd be completely fine.
And for the record, I told you this was going to happen.
You predicted their record to be bad. You didn't say how it would happen. You didn't say he would lead the league in turnovers and offensive line would be whack.
I think teams figured them out. And then you
no
said
one figured them out. They got a bad offensive line.
That's what you said. How do you figure somebody out that scores that many points? They ain't scoring all them points.
Fam, again, no one figured them out.
They figured them out.
No, they didn't. They're still doing all the same plays they were doing before. They're having a turnover luck and a bad offensive line.
You're like, y'all gonna think that's gonna work every year? You think doing jump passes and no look passes and running around at free will like that is gonna work forever?
I don't know.
It ain't.
He's only been in a Super Bowl almost 3 times.
He was reckless when he was balling. It was like, oh, that was cool. It worked. It was reckless. It's now that it's not working, it looks ridiculous now.
He's only been in the Super Bowl almost 3 times. So yeah, they figured him out. But he's been in the Super Bowl 3 times.
What you got?
Lord, Vikings at Ravens. Ravens minus 5.5.
Vikings.
Yeah, that's a Vikings for sure.
They have no choice.
Ravens win.
We'll see.
Ravens are at home. Vikings stink. You think he's going to be able to move the ball in Ravens? He can move the ball in Dallas's defense.
Hey man, let me tell you something. It could be 40-point Vikings week. We don't ever know. It's a coin flip.
Yeah, normally I would agree with that, except he's going into Baltimore. It's starting to get cold. Playing an indoor team playing outside. Nah, ain't happening. Falcons at Saints. Now this is the game you could say like Falcons could score 40 or score 19.
I'm gonna go Saints. They're pretty hyped off of a man that came in.
Saints.
What happened to Touchdown Jesus? He not there no more?
Who?
Why did they?
Taysom Hill?
Yeah.
He's been in concussion protocol for about 2 weeks now.
Oh,
He got his bell rocked.
Oh, I thought maybe he wasn't on the team no more. He's still on the team?
Yeah, he's just dizzy.
Yeah, still dizzy 3 weeks later.
He is.
I'm going Saints. They're at home. Falcons ain't winning in the Superdome. Is that what it's called? Superdome, right? Yeah.
No, Mercedes.
Yeah, but Superdome. Mercedes Superdome.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Bills at Jaguars. Bills favored by 14.5.
Bills 5,000. Jaguars 0.
That's an easy choice, Bills.
Urban Meyer should already be fired just not even based on the off the field stuff. He clearly has no understanding of how to be an NFL head coach.
I think he just doesn't care. Like, there's no passion for it. I think he's like, oh man, I shouldn't even did this. This is whack.
Shouldn't have left.
That might be part of
Ohio
it,
State.
but I also think that he has no idea what he's doing. Like, you watch Trevor Lawrence out there, fam, what in the world? He took the greatest quarterback talent like since Andrew Luck and turned him into like I mean, like
they just haven't found their rhythm yet. You just got to give them time to get it together.
Give him some time.
One thing he doesn't have is time. Let's put it that way. He already was on thin ice based on the off the field stuff.
Kellen Moore might be their next coach.
And you want to talk about a whack offensive coordinator? Who was your old coach? Giants. Oh my God! Joe Judge and him should have been ran out of town weeks ago. I mean, Danny Dimes might be part of the problem, but fam, he got the ball back yesterday with like a minute 30, no timeouts, and he threw like a 3-yard swing pass. What are you doing, man?
Happens.
Like, your coaches have to be able to tell you, like, no, you can't do it. And then he took a sack on the next play.
Happens, B.
No, it doesn't. It shouldn't happen. Bills win by 1 million because the Jaguars are not fixable.
Trash.
Patriots at Panthers. Patriots favored by 4.
Patriots by 20. That's easy. The Panthers suck. They had no business winning this week.
Yeah, they did.
1 week I picked them and then they went. They didn't pick them and they win.
Yeah, they did. They had business winning because I bet on them and they won.
Stop.
That's how it works.
You bet on them every single week and they lost.
No, I didn't. I bet the Giants. The week before that, I won the Giants.
What's the next game? Oh, who you got? Panthers or who? The
Patriots.
Kings? Patriots. You picking Patriots, right?
What?
Patriots?
Man. Yes, Patriots. Patriots figured something out with Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Super Bowl bound? I'm just joking.
All right. Chargers favored by 1.5 at Eagles.
I think Eagles win. I can't tell if the Eagles suck or if they don't suck. I don't know. They score 44 1 week, 0 1 week, 12 1 week, 15 1 week, 31 week. Like, I don't know what they're doing. But they're going to beat the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers that good. Chargers are Chargers. So.
Chargers win.
Okay.
I'm going to go Chargers.
I'm going to go Eagles.
Chargers win. Cardinals at Niners. It's a pick.
I don't know about the Niners either. I want to pick the Cardinals easily. Then the Niners go out there and score 33. So I'm going to go Cardinals. But going into Levi after a tough loss like that, and Garoppolo kind of balled out last week, put up 33. I don't know, man.
The Niners suck, but they can beat anybody because they have talent.
The
Cardinals
can.
win.
But I'm going to pick Cardinals.
Cardinals win. Niners suck, but they can still beat people. Packers at Chiefs. Chiefs favor by 1. You picking the Packers, obviously.
Packers. That's easy. That's light work.
Easy. Okay.
Light work for Aaron Rodgers.
Chiefs win.
Really?
Titans, they're at home.
Okay.
I mean,
Man, we used... No, go ahead.
You're talking Aaron Rodgers, though.
You got it. No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
we're talking Aaron Rodgers.
They were at
We're
home against
talking
the Giants last night.
talking Patrick Mahomes.
The Giants took the Chiefs to the brink at home last night. So don't tell me about no Aaron Rodgers at home against the Chiefs. Don't do that.
What's your point?
Man, what?
Are you trying to make it seem like this is easy? Like
No, I'm trying to-
sports always make sense no matter what.
Well, no, I'm trying to make sense of your thing. You're like, Aaron Rodgers lost because they're at home.
It has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers.
No,
It has to do with it shouldn't.
Yeah, it
This has to do with the Chiefs having the best quarterback in the NFL and playing at home.
Okay. Best quarterback in the NFL right now?
The most talented quarterback in the NFL, which I've always said.
Well, you said the greatest quarterback of all time.
Best quarterback. No, I said most talented quarterback of all time.
Don't do that. You
Yes,
said
I
the
did.
greatest quarterback of all time.
Most talented quarterback
Don't
of
make
all
me-
time.
don't
We've
make- you know
we've
what?
had this
Bring it.
discussion a million times.
the tape. You said on
it has
the
nothing to-
podcast.
It has nothing to do with the tape.
Go ahead.
You take it. If I say something, you take it one way, and what I
you
meant was
said
something different.
Verbatim. Him is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Talent, the greatest quarterback talent of all time. Yes.
Go ahead. Next game. Just go ahead.
Again, if you took it that way, that's fine. What
ahead,
was meant was greatest quarterback talent of all time. You can run the tape back all you want. It doesn't matter what I said. People know what I meant. Greatest. I even talked about it on YouTube on the comments after the episode. Greatest quarterbacking talent of all time. Tom Brady is clearly the best quarterback of all time to this day. He has 7 championships or whatever. Mahomes is not getting there. Mahomes is the greatest football player we've ever watched. Talent-wise, we have never seen a football player better than Patrick Mahomes play football talent-wise. He does things on the football field that no one else can do. No one.
No one else doesn't do because they shouldn't. It's unorthodox.
It has nothing to do with shouldn't. He has the ability to do things that other people don't have the ability to do.
No, he has the
Yes,
free
that's
will
literally
to
what
do
it is. No,
He has
it's
a free-
not. Patrick
no look
Mahomes,
pass. Any quarterback can throw a no look pass if they want to.
that's a talent.
Okay. It's unorthodox. You shouldn't. I don't care how much talent you think you got. Shouldn't no quarterback go like this. None.
And what if it works?
That's irrelevant.
No, it's not. You're literally the like.
It ain't working out.
You're the everything's black and white guy. It's a
ain't
loss
working-
or a win.
It ain't working out.
You can't be that way.
It's
one
not
way.
working out.
They got a winning record. So I mean,
If you don't go ahead.
mean-
Next game.
what?
Top 10.
It ain't working, but they got a winning record.
Time to me.
Who?
Top 10 brown sneakers of all time.
Yeah. All right.
What's next?
Titans, Rams,
Rams. Next.
Bears, Steelers,
Steelers.
obviously. And just so nobody says anything, the Rams beat the Titans. Raiders at Giants.
Raiders.
Nope, Giants because Henry Ruggs.
What that got to do with anything?
If that
He
wouldn't
only
happen-
got 2 touchdowns and maybe like 15 catches this season? Like, he ain't like he's good.
leading the team in receiving.
Fam, the Raiders are winning football games. Don't do that to the Raiders, though. You know, I can't tell if you like the Raiders or not.
Do you understand the game of football? Henry Ruggs opens the entire offense up by running deep, running goes, running slants. Yes, that's the whole point.
Raiders by 22. Top 10 brown sneakers of all time. You think the Giants, like, I don't know what you round with the Giants so hard for. Giants.
It has nothing to do with writing for the Giants.
Okay. There's a lot of times where we thought the Raiders should lose in certain situations. Now, maybe Ruggs is a little bit bigger than maybe John Gruden, but they went out there and put up the points. They've been winning since they got rid of Gruden, which you wanted. They've been doing good football.
I was right.
Now, hopefully, they're prepared for
really
this.
well.
Really, really well.
Yeah, and then they just lost the most important cog to the offense. Oh, excuse me, besides Derek Carr. Derek Carr is the most important. Ruggs is the second most important.
Waller?
Everyone thinks it's like Ruggs' thing is just statistics. No, it's not. He opens up the entire offense.
Y'all ready to do a top 10 list?
Ready?
You ready, George?
Wait.
Top 10 brown sneakers to us because it's fall. Shout out to November. Who wants? Oh, honorable mentions. I'll say my honorable mention first. I got LeBron Corks. LeBron 10 Corks. Shoe ain't really my thing. I got it from Mercer. Shout out to my best friend in New York, Lenore. Her mom went and got it for me from Mercer. Got it in hand. I'm like, oh, this is a cool thing. Wasn't really my thing. It was a gigantic brown boot made out of cork. But it's cool, you know.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it. It was all right. That's the only one. Oh, I had Revis camos on my list as well. The Revis one with the camo print. It's kind of a hard shoe to wear, but I liked it. And honorable mentions.
To me, the Amaminier, I don't know how to pronounce it. The one that's coming out.
You think that's brown?
That's got a lot of brown in it. I think that's an honorable mention. And then the Travis One Low OG, like the brown and black. That's an honorable mention to me.
Honorable mention.
That's not top 10.
Top what?
That's not a top 10.
So you got honorable mentions?
Nope.
Who wants to go first? I can go first.
Go.
My list is going to destroy both of yours, just an FYI. Now, I need you guys to play the honor system. When I say my list, don't try to flip it. Don't try to change your stuff. That's how fire my list is.
I got it right here.
That's how fire my list is.
I don't know what that means.
I'm doing all 10 right now. Number 10, I got Dunk Low Curries. Now, the shoe really doesn't exist that much, but it's a beautiful looking Dunk.
Okay.
All right, regardless of can you get your hands on it or not. That's my number 10. Number 9, Nike Yeezy 1 Nets. All right. Those are the tan ones. Mm-hmm. That colorway, all those Yeezy colorways revolutionized colorways. You can't put that tan with a pink and something and glow and dark and not call it Yeezy Net, whatever. It could be on a Foam Posit, it could be on Air Max 1, don't matter what it is. Number 8, I got Adidas 4D Social Status. They came out this year. The 4D with that brownish print with the green, fire. Number 7.
Earlier started the show by saying my list is impeccable.
Impeccable. Because that Adidas might be Adidas of the year. That might be the best Adidas of the entire year. That Social Status one. Facts. Number 7.
No. You put an Adidas shoe from this year on your top 10 brown shoes of all time.
Number 7, Dunk High Brooklyn Project Slayers. Them joints are undeniable fire. And I might got them too low. That's number 7. But that's how fire the list is. Number 6, I got Adidas Bodega Babies Pusher Tees. Them is one of the most underrated sneakers ever to me. The snake skin on it, the neoprene. Come on, don't do that, man. Number 5, Dunk SB Low Stussies. The brown, the pink. We thought Travis did something, but I forget. There's been some brown and pink sneakers in the history that are fire. Stussy Dunk Lows laid down the foundation to Travis Scott ones. Number 4, 350 V1 Oxfords. All right? People forget those Oxfords exist. Don't you got Oxfords?
I got that on my list.
You go, thank you very much.
No.
Oxfords.
I have
it's towards the bottom, but I got that
Oxfords is on the list.
I have Moon Pies or whatever they're called.
Moon Rocks is great. Okay.
I don't have it on my list. I own the shoe.
Number 3, Jordan 1 Travis Low. I mean, the sneaker's fire. Like, I don't want to mention it's kind of disrespectful, but, you know, you're a guest.
It's to me.
Number 2, Nike Dunk SB Gibsons. That brown leather,
the pink
that
fur,
pink fur, like the guitar case. That's my number 2. Number 1, brown sneaker of all time to me for fall right now. Nike Air Max 1 Animal Atmos. That's a brown sneaker when you look at it, fam. To me, this list is undeniable. The Safari ones. This list is undeniable fire. It's undeniable.
That's
you
on
can't
my
deny
list.
this list. Who wants to go next?
You failed.
George, you want to go next? George, go next. Let me hear your list, George. My list is undeniable fire. You can't fight it.
You failed.
What you got, George? Don't be adding nothing.
Well, I have to change one thing because I forgot about it, so that's
look at
that's
you.
gonna change.
But it was on my list.
You right.
Honor system.
All right, you put an Adidas from 2021 on your top 10 brown shoes.
Dang,
of all time.
Mosh just messaged me. He said, tell George now he can get himself a pair of pigeons. You got to. I already got 3 messages. People like, yo, tell George he better not try to cop them more lotuses. He better get these Moshes.
All right. Number 10, Yeezy Boost 350 Oxford Tan.
Mm-hmm. You just added that?
Huh?
You just added that?
No, it was on here.
Oh, okay.
No, the one I'm going to add is Stussy Dunk Low because I didn't have that one on there. That was a mistake on
That's dirty.
my part.
Don't play dirty.
Number 9, Jordan 1 Mocha High. Number 8, Nike Air Max 1 Atmos Viotech.
Atmos Biotech.
Yep, look it up.
What the heck is that?
Look it up. Air Max 1, Atmos Biotech. Look it up.
AM1.
Number 7,
Bio.
Nike SB Dunk Low Trails End. Trails End is what made Travis make that shoe.
Wait, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Nike SB Dunk Low Trails End. That's what made
SB
Travis make that shoe.
Dunk Trails. Remember that store? Trails. Late night, they be on like that river, all them inner tubes. I don't. What? He said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Atmos Viatex.
I mean, did Travis say that or something? I'm asking.
That's a solid.
That's
pick.
why he made the shoe.
That's a solid.
Oh,
pick.
I don't know.
Fam.
I thought you just made that up right now.
Man, I didn't make any. I don't make anything up. Number 6, Jordan 1, Travis Scott High. Number 5, we're gonna put Stussy Low in at number 5.
You must got Travis one highs and lows on your list.
You right?
It's safe. Safe route.
And Mocha ones.
He got Mocha ones.
Basically
Travis.
same shoe
Travis
3 times.
Yeah, you right. Brown shoes. What do you want?
What's up, man? What's next?
Brown shoes. Number 4, Air Max 1 Atmos Safari. Number 3, Nike SB Dunk Low Newcastle. That's what you forgot.
I look at that as yellow. I didn't forget it. I
No,
went
you
to
forgot.
it. I
The
went.
entire shoe is brown.
Nope. It's gold.
No, it's a
No, the
brown
entire
shoe.
shoe
You
is
consider it brown?
Yeah.
Newcastle
I
Brown
went
Ale.
to
It's
it.
literally called
Oh,
Newcastle
this
Brown
is-
Ale.
I went to it and I studied. I
The
spun
ale
it
is
around,
brown.
and I was like, should I flip it on them? Then I was like, I look at this as goldenrod. But
Yeah.
hey, man,
Newcastle's
To you.
beer is called, no, it's not to me, it's called Newcastle Brown Ale
Brown Ale,
because
yeah.
the beer is a brown ale.
look, man, go ahead. Look, he must got it on his list.
No, I don't. I mean, I own
okay.
the shoe, but I didn't put it on my list because, like,
We know.
the only reason people are into the shoe right now is because Travis wore them one time, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, I gotta have this shoe. Like, I picked those up for $60 back in the day.
I remember them being on sale at Industrial.
Yeah,
Facts.
like nobody wanted them.
Number 2, Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott. And number 1, Gregory's going to be very angry. It's number 1, Nike Dunk Low Curry.
The Curry is a number 1.
Yep.
Y'all lists,
So wait a
y'all
minute.
lists are whack.
He said I put on an Adidas from this year. You
Oh, you going to tell me Curry's not better than your Adidas?
No. I put the Adidas at number 8. You put this one at number 1.
Yeah.
Even after all the stuff that you just said.
Yeah.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
You just
What
told
shoe do
me.
I talk about the most from this year?
No, you guys' lists are whack.
Curry. I don't talk about Curry more than any other shoe from
Okay,
this
this
year.
is top 10 brown sneakers to us. You think Curry is already up above that? Now,
Yeah.
if you would put Stussies up there,
I'm making the list today. If I make the list in 6 months, maybe it'd be different.
okay.
No.
No.
I mean, it is what it is.
All right. You
Top 10.
gotta follow those.
Yeah, that's not going to be hard. Top 10 sneakers to me. Number 10, literally any wheat Air Force One.
Yep.
High,
yours is
low.
whack.
Just
You got Viotech all wheat sneakers.
I think they're so classic. They go perfectly.
Athletic Tims, dude.
Yeah, basically that's what they are. So you can't deny the
Air Force Ones is
One
high.
high in the wheat.
The Air
like,
Force Ones is fire.
right?
I like
the
the Air Force
classic
Ones.
shoe, right? Number 9, shoe none of you have. Air Max 90 Caramel. Gotta look that up.
Air Max, I don't care about Air Max 90s, so let me see.
Air Max
Caramel?
Caramel.
I don't even know if I even heard of that. Let's see.
That is a gorgeous shoe.
Oh, I mean, it looks really nice. But it looks like Curry.
That's a beautiful shoe.
It's like a top 10 brown.
That is in my top. That is a gorgeous shoe.
I think you took my route I did the other week, man. What you like? What you got?
Number 8.
You cheap.
Number 8, those brown and navy Sakai Vapor Waffles.
Brown and navy.
Yeah, there's like a tan with like the navy
Oh, the
swoosh,
new model.
The new Vapor
Oh,
Waffle. That
I'm
is
not
a-
mad at that shoe.
that is
George
a-
hates that shoe.
That is
What?
so
I'm not mad at the shoe,
What
but it
shoe?
ain't making no list.
What shoe?
The new Vapor Waffle, the big round one, Vapor
With the-
Waffle,
with the
Sakai.
sole that sticks out the back.
Yeah, you have those, don't you?
Oh,
Black, yeah.
Yeah, I got the red, white, and blue pair. So comfortable, so easy to wear.
Didn't that brown one just come out?
Yeah, like a few months ago.
Yeah, see, but you hating on my
It was
pick.
like 8 months.
Well, I mean, that shouldn't make the list. I'm okay with the shoe, but it shouldn't make no list. Not for many shoes it's worn, guys.
Number 7, Oxford Tan 350 V1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, Stussy Dunk Lows. Number 5, highly controversial, New Balance 574 workwear.
You at 574, that was it. Now, if you would have said New Balance Packer 992, I would have said
Balance, 574.
574. I don't think that's brown. I mean,
Workwear.
there is a brown one, but it's not Packer. Packers
Workwear with
is-
Jupiter.
You talking about goldenrod? That's Packer.
They are still available for sale, and I'm ready to pick up a pair. That is a gorgeous
workwear.
574 workwear with Jupiter is technically the colorway.
Let me see. This right here.
Yes.
574s is the lower end of fire
Yeah,
models.
but they're so comfortable.
574s?
Yes,
No, they're
comfortable.
not.
Yeah, you throw those
We
on
thought they were.
with some jeans. They
No.
go with.
When's the last time you wore
You
one?
can mess them up.
When's the last time you wore a 574?
I've got an all red and navy pair of 574.
I said when the last time you
I wore it?
wore
I
them.
mean,
Exactly.
Probably last winter, because they're so great to just throw on with a pair of jeans. You can scuff them up. You can get them dirty.
Is this it?
Yes.
I mean, this is kind of fire.
Thank you.
There's fire, but top 10?
George,
I don't know about that.
am I wrong? That's a fire shoe.
Let me see. I mean, I would wear it, but I'm not a big fan of that model right
That
there.
model is whack.
Oh, I think it's a great
lower
Yeah, I don't
end.
think it's bad.
That's
I would wear
Journeys.
it, but no, I'm not a fan of
Zappos.
that model.
They got
That
them
doesn't
at-
even look like the regular 574.
It really
though.
don't. It look a little different.
It's nice.
They got them at Zappos.
It's
see?
nice. Yeah, I mean, New Balance, Zappos.
Cobb 'em.
You pick them up, $80, $85 right now. Good looking shoe. Where am I at? Number
They about to destroy
4.
your list.
Number 4, Off-White 90 Desert Ore.
About to go in and have on the list. A little high.
I loved that. I was like a brownish orange.
I feel like in person, on foot, fire. In hand, whack.
Yeah. Number 3, the Atmos Safari Air Max 1.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic shoe. Please don't shave the suede on those. Just leave that really nappy. It's really nice. And then my top 2 are 2 shoes neither one of you had, which is total shocker. Number 2.
I bet I could guess one.
All right, go.
Dunk barf.
No.
Okay.
I think Rico would have put that on his list.
That's all I.
Probably
Oh
Rico
wait.
would.
Ferris Bueller.
No.
Okay.
Number 2.
I don't think that's brown, is it? I mean, it's like
Number 2.
it has cheetah print on it or something.
Tom Sachs, Mars Yard.
Oh shit! I can't believe I forgot that shit.
How do you forget that shoe?
I meant to put it on my list too.
You forget the Mars Yard.
Now I think that's high, but it definitely probably should have been on all of our
that
lists.
is V1, V2, V2
Now,
and a half.
saying-
I want them all.
Now that me having the 4D Adidas, okay. Now substituting that,
Yes, that was the only one anyone said. That should be
Yard.
that should be subbed. Everything.
Really? I got
Everything
Curry's?
said should
Curry's?
be subbed.
no, everything, huh?
Yes,
Mine?
everything. Fam, you
smoke.
put an Adidas from 2021 on your top all-time list, and you gave me
Cool.
grief
And I
about
said, you know what,
Curry's.
Mars Yard should definitely replace that.
Yeah, and many other things that were listed too.
What, Stussies?
No. Many other things that were said should replace the one shoe you're talking about.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yes, that's my point.
Okay.
Many other things,
But it's still
not just
fire.
one.
What's number 1?
Number 1?
Hold on, is it Nike?
Yeah.
Is it a Dunk?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what it is. Go ahead.
Is it a SB?
SB.
Oh,
Dunk
chocolates?
Low. Freddy Krueger.
Oh. I mean, that's
Number 1.
He doesn't.
That is my number 1 shoe that I have been trying.
He's
to
gonna
get
complain because of the unicorn.
forever. Like the Mars Yard and the Freddy Krugers are
Do
2
you look
shoes
at that
I
and think
have
brown?
to- Yes. That's a brown with red blood splatter on it.
Oh, it is got brown, right? Gotta look at the red stripes, blood
Red and green
spatter,
stripes on the toe
I
box,
guess.
and
Okay. I mean, only
those 2 shoes are like,
I'm not mad at it.
yeah.
You're
someone's like,
5 and up. All right. The rest bottom, I don't know what you was talking about. No.
"Too
Five.
weak,
The
too
574 looks pretty dope, but man, top 5.
I'm telling you, look up that
Yeesh.
574, people at home, with some dark denim.
Hey, it's on the
that
screen.
wheat colorway.
Take a look at it.
Oh, man.
All right,
That's
let's
the
go
way.
home. Let's get out of here. Because my wife is probably like, what the heck? No, she don't sound like that. But she hates when I make her voice sound like that. All right. Warren, I appreciate you coming through, man. Like I said,
Thank
man.
you for having me.
I tell you what, man, podcast. If ain't nobody else coming through, I tell anybody listen to podcast, you can come to the podcast. Who cares?
I live
Ain't that
right
serious?
up the street.
Oh, really? Ain't that serious? Anybody come through? George, you got anything else? Nothing? All right. That's the sneak test. Pow, pow, pow.